preparing to live stream the webinar, and let me get us recording. All right, we are recording and we're live streaming. Hi, welcome. I'm Paul Sugarman, and this is the Instant Shakespeare Company. And today we are reading The Tragedy of Coriolanus. So let me just, if you could introduce yourselves. Let's start with and what roles you're doing. Elena.
Hi, I'm Elena Warren Zachary. I'm currently living in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I will be, for your pleasure, Volumnia, a phenomenal woman. I will be, Nicanor, and I'll be assorted others as needed.
Okay. And Andrew.
Hi, my name is Andrew Parks, and I'll be reading Coriolanus. Hello, Mother. How are you doing?
Hi, son. Oh, hi.
We have such a strong, warm relationship.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
Angus.
Just remember, it's all downhill from here. Hi, Angus Hepburn. I'll be doing Menenius, the pathetic one, and keeping stage directions going so that hopefully you'll be able to keep track of who's coming in and going out. And I'm in London.
All right. And Jackie.
Hi, I'm Jackie Margolis, and I'll be doing Valeria, Junius Brutus, and a lot of first son senators and serving men and conspirators and all that. Okay.
All righty. And Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Finker. I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm reading Virgilia and a number of small parts.
Okay. And Ken.
I'm Ken Wayne. I'm in Brooklyn. I'll be doing the fourth citizen, Comenius, and a couple of other things I forget, but I'll look it up.
Okay. And Kitty.
Hi, I'm Kitty Chen in the New York City, and I'm playing a lot of third things. I'm playing a third soldier, a third serving man, and not a third gentleman, just a gentlewoman, and Sicinius Velutus.
Yes, that's the biggest part. One of the politicians. And Michael.
Michael Gardner. I'm trying to get my script together here, and
Hi, Michael.
Hi. I'm playing Titus Lartius, and I'm playing Ophidius, and I'm playing some guy named Adrian, a spy.
Yeah, we have a scene together, Adrian Nicanor.
Yeah.
I think the prefix for that might just be Volsky, Michael,
right.
when you get to it, just to.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know that, like with Adrian, I mean, that's what he's called in the script, but I think the prefix may just say Volsky.
Yeah, it does, but
I've got Adrian Volsky in mind.
They refer to him as, he says, your name is Adrian.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. All right. Well, so this is quite a place. So let's get started. And I mean, the important thing is to have fun with the text. And it's like when you're in the scene, have your camera and video on and turn them off when you're not. And I will enjoy listening to you while I deliver the mail. So thank you all very much.
All right, I'm going to get off now.
Oh, thank you for your service. Holy cow.
Mail must go through.
Neither sleet, nor storm, nor gloom, nor
One question, is it Caius or Caius? Caius Marcius?
Caius.
It's Caius, okay.
Okay, The Tragedy of Coriolanus, Act 1, Scene 1. Enter a company of mutinous citizens with staves, clubs, and other weapons.
Before we proceed any further, hear me speak.
Speak.
You're resolved rather to die than to famish.
Resolved.
Resolved.
All right. First, you know, Caius Marcius is chief enemy to the people.
We know it.
All right, let us kill him, and we'll come at our own price.
Armed.
The verdict.
No more talking on it. Let it be done. Away. One word, good citizens.
We're accounted, poor citizens. the patricians good, what authority suffects one, would relieve us, if they would yield us. But the superfluity, while it were wholesome, we might guess they relieved us humanly. But they think we are too dear. The leanness that afflicts us, the object of our misery, is an inventory to particulate their abundance. Our sufferance is a gain to them. Let us revenge this with our pikes ere we become rakes. For the God know I speak this in hunger for bread, not in thirst for revenge.
Would you proceed especially against Caius Marcius?
Against
Him first.
He's a very
He's a very dog to the commonality.
Consider you what services he has done for his country?
Very well, and could be content to give him good report for it, but that he pays himself with being proud.
Hey,
Nay,
but
speak
speak
not
not
maliciously.
I say unto you, what he hath done famously, he did it to the end. Though soft-conscienced men can be content to say it was for his country, he did it to please his mother and to be partly proud, which he is, even to the altitude of his virtue.
What he cannot help in his nature, you account a vice in him. You must in no way say he is covetous.
If I must not, I need not be barren of accusation. He has faults with surplus to tire in repetition. What shouts are those? The other side of the city. What shouts are those? The other side of the city is risen. Why stay we prating here to the capital?
Come.
Soft, who comes here?
Enter Menenius and Menenius Agrippa.
Worthy Menenius Agrippa, one that hath always loved the people.
He's one honest enough, would all the rest were so.
What works, my countrymen, in hand? Where go you with bats and clubs? The matter, speak, I pray you.
Our business is not unknown to the Senate. They have had inkling this fortnight what we intend to do. Now we'll show them in deeds. They say poor suitors have strong breasts. They shall know we have strong arms too.
My masters, my good friends, my honest neighbors, will you undo yourselves?
We cannot, sir. We are undone already.
I tell you, friends, most charitable care, have the patricians of you for your wants. You're suffering in this dearth. You may as well strike at the heaven with your staves as lift them against the Roman state, whose course will on the way it takes, cracking 10,000 curbs of more strong link asunder than can ever appear in your impediment. For the dearth, the gods, not the patricians, make it, and your knees to them, not arms, must help. Alack, you are transported by calamity thither, where more attends you, and you slander the helms of the state, who care for you like fathers, when you curse them as enemies.
Care for us? True indeed. They ne'er cared for us yet. Suffer us to famish, and their storehouses crammed with grain. Make edicts for usury to support usurers. Repeal daily any wholesome act established against the rich, and provide more piercing statutes daily to chain up and restrain the poor. If the wars eat us not up, they will, and there's all the love they bear us.
Either you must confess yourselves wondrous malicious, or be accused of folly. I shall tell you a pretty tale. It may be you have heard it, but since it serves my purpose, I will venture to scale it a little more.
Well, I'll hear it, sir. Yet you must not think to fob off our disgrace with a tale, but, and to please you, deliver.
But there was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly, thus accused it, that only like a gulf it did remain in the midst of the body, idle and unactive, still cupboarding the viand, never bearing like Eber with the rest, where the other instruments did see and hear, devise, instruct, walk, feel, and mutually participate, did minister unto the appetite, and affection common of the whole body. The belly answered.
Well, sir, What answer made the belly?
Sir, I shall tell you, with a kind of smile which ne'er came from the lungs, but even thus, for look you, I may make the belly smile, as well I speak it, taintingly replied to the discontented members, the mutinous parts that envied his recite, even so fitly as you malign our senators, for that they are not such as you.
Your belly's answer. What the kingly crowned head, the vigilant eye, the counselor heart, the arm our soldier, our steed the leg, the tongue our trumpeter, with other muniments and petty helps in this our fabric, if that they...
What then? For me, this fellow speaks. What then? What then?
Should by the cormorant belly be restrained, who is to sink a body?
Well, what then?
The former agents, if they did complain, what could the belly answer?
Well, I will tell you. If you bestow a small of what you have little patience a while, you'st hear the belly's answer.
You're long about it.
Look, note me this, good friend. Your most grave belly was deliberate, not rash like his accusers, and thus answered. True is it, my incorporate friends, quoth he, that I received the general food at first, which you do live upon, and fit it is, because I am the storehouse and the shop of the whole body. But if you do remember, I send it through the rivers of your blood, even to the court, the heart, to the seat, to the brain, and through the cranks and offices of man, the strongest nerves, the small inferior veins, from me receive that natural competency whereby they live. And though that all at once, you, my good friends, thus says the belly, mark me.
Aye, sir. Well.
Though all at once cannot I see what I do deliver out to each, yet I can make my audit up, that all from me do back receive the flower of all, and leave me but the bran. What say you to it?
I was an answer. How apply you this?
The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you the mutinous members, for examine their counsels and their cares. Digest things rightly, touching the weal of the common. You shall find no public benefit which you receive, but it proceeds or comes from them to you, and no way from yourselves. What do you think? You, the great toe of this assembly.
I, the great toe? Why the great toe?
For that being one of the lowest, basest, poorest of this most wise rebellion, thou goest foremost. Thou, rascal, thou art worst in blood to run, leadst first to win some vantage. But make you ready your stiff bats and clubs. Rome and her rats are at the point of battle. The one side must have bail. Exit Caius Marcius. Hail, enter, Caius. Hail, noble Marcius.
Thanks. What's the matter, you dissentious rogues, that rubbing the poor itch of your opinion, make yourselves scabs?
We have ever your good word.
He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curs, that like nor peace nor war? The one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you, where he should find you lions, finds you hares. Where foxes, geese you are. No surer, no, than is the coal of fire upon the ice, or hailstone in the sun. Your virtue is to make him worthy whose offense subdues him, and curse the justice that did it. You who deserves greatness deserves your hate, and your affections are a sick man's appetite, who desires most that which would increase his evil. He that depends upon your favors swims with fins of lead, and hews down oaks with rushes. Hang ye, trust ye. With every minute you do change a mind and call him noble that was now your hate, him vile that was your garland. What's the matter that in these several places of the city you cry against the noble senate, who, under the gods, keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another? What's their seeking?
Well, for corn at their own rates, whereof they say the city is well stored.
Hang 'em! They say? Oh, they'll sit by the fire and presume to know what's done in the capital. Who's like to rise, who thrives, and who declines. Side factions and give out conjectural marriages, making parties strong, enfeebling such as stand not in their liking below their cobbled shoes. They say there's grain enough. Would the nobility lay aside their ruth and let me use my sword, I'd make a quarry with thousands of these quartered slaves, as high as I could pick my lance.
Nay, these are almost thoroughly persuaded, for though abundantly they lack discretion, yet they are passing cowardly. But I beseech you, what says the other troop?
They are dissolved. Hang 'em! They said they were an hungry. Sighed forth proverbs that hunger broke stone walls, that dogs must eat, that meat was made for mouths, that the gods sent not corn for the rich men only. With these shreds they vented their complainings, which being answered in a petition granted them. A strange one to break the heart of generosity and make bold power look pale. They threw their caps as they would hang them on the horns of the moon, shouting their emulation.
What is granted them?
Ugh! 5 tribunes to defend their vulgar wisdoms of their own choice. One's Junius Brutus, Sicinius Velutus, and I know not. 'Sdeath! The rebels should have first unroosed the city ere so prevailed with me. It will in time win upon power and throw forth greater themes for insurrection's arguing.
Well, this is strange.
Go get you home, you fragments.
Enter a messenger hastily.
Where's Caius Marcius?
Here, what's the matter?
The news is, sir, the Volsces are in arms.
I am glad on it. Then we shall have means to vent our musty superfluity. See, our best elders.
Enter Sicinius Velutus, Annius Brutus, Cominius, Titus, Lartius, with other senators. First senator.
First senator is not. Yes, I'm first senator. Okay. Marcius, 'tis true that you have lately told us the Volsces. Is it Vol? How do you say that one?
Volkis.
Volkis are in arms.
They have a leader, Tullus Aufidius, that will put you to it. I sin in envying his nobility, and were I anything but what I am, I would wish me only he.
You have fought together?
Were half to half the world by the ears, and he upon my party, I'd revolt to make only my wars with him. He is a lion that I am proud to hunt.
Then, worthy Marcius, attend upon Cominius to these wars.
It is your former promise.
Sir, it is, and I am constant. Titus Lucius, thou shalt see me once more strike at Tullus' face. What, art thou stiff? Standest out?
No, Caius Marcius. I'll lean upon one crutch and fight with t'other, ere stay behind this business.
Oh, true bred.
Your company to the capital, where I know our greatest friends attend us.
Lead you on. Follow Cominius. We must follow you, right worthy, your priority.
Noble Marcius.
Hence to your homes, be gone.
Nay, let them follow. The Volcus have much corn. Take these rats thither to gnaw their garners. Worshipful mutiners, your valor puts well forth. Pray, follow.
And they exit. The citizens steal away, leaving Sicinius and Brutus.
Was ever man so proud as is this Marcius?
He has no equal.
When we were chosen tribunes for the people.
Marked you his lip and eyes.
Nay, but his taunts.
Being moved, he will not spare to gird the gods.
We mock the modest moon.
The present wars devour him. He has grown too proud to be so valiant.
Such a nature, tickled with good success, disdains the shadow which he treads on at noon. But I do wonder, his insolence can brook to be commanded under Cominius?
Fame at the which he aims, in whom already he's well graced, cannot better be held nor more attained than by a place below the first, for what miscarries shall be the general's fault, though he performs to the utmost of a man, and giddy censure will then cry out of Marcius, oh, if he had borne the business.
Besides, if things go well, opinion that so sticks on Marcius shall of his demerits rob Cominius.
Come, have all Cominius. Honors are to Marcius, though Marcius earned them not, and all his faults to Marcius shall be honest, though indeed he merit not.
That's hence, and hear how the dispatch is made, and in what fashion more than his singularity he goes upon this present action.
Let's alone.
And they exit. Act 1, Scene 2. Enter Tullus, Ophidius with senators of Coriolanus.
So, your opinion is, Ophidius, that they of Rome are entered in our councils and know how we proceed.
Is it not yours? Whatever have been thought one in this state that could be brought to bodily act ere Rome had circumvention. 'Tis not 4 days gone since I heard thence. These are the words, I think. I have a letter here. Yeah, here it is. They have pressed to power, but it is not known whether for east or west. The dearth is great, the people mutinous. And it is rumored Cominius Marcius, your old enemy, who is of Rome worst hated than of you, and Titus Lartius, a most valiant Roman, these 3 lead on this preparation. Whether 'tis bent most likely, 'tis for you, consider it.
Our armies in the field. We never yet made doubt that Rome was ready to answer us.
Nor did you think it folly to keep your great pretenses veiled, till when they needs must show themselves, which in the hatching it seemed appeared to Rome. By the discovery we shall be shortened in our aim, which was to take in many towns, almost Rome should know we were afoot.
Noble Ophidius, take
No,
your
that
position.
second senator, please.
Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Middle of 16.
I got it. Noble Ophidius, take your commission, hie you to your bands, let us alone to guard Coriolanus if they set down before us. For the remove, bring up your army. But, I think, you'll find they have not prepared for us.
Oh, doubt not that. I speak from certainties. Nay, more. Some parcels of their power are forth already, and only hitherford. I leave your honors. If we and Caius Marcius chance to meet, 'tis sworn between us we shall ever strike till one can do no more.
The gods
God assist you.
And keep your honors safe.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Farewell. And they all exit. Act 1, Scene 3. Enter Volumnia and Virgilia, mother and wife to Marcius. They set them down on 2 low stools and sew.
I pray you, daughter, sing or express yourself in a more comfortable sort. If my son were my husband, I should freely rejoice in that absence wherein he won honor, than in the embracements of his bed, where he would show most love. When yet he was but tender-bodied, and the only son of my womb, when youth with comeliness plucked all gaze his way, when for a day of king's entreaties a mother should not sell him an hour from her beholding eye, considering how honor would become such a person, that it was no better than picture-like to hang by the wall if renown made it not stir, was pleased to let him seek danger where he was like to find fame. To a cruel war I sent him, from whence he returned, his brows bound with oak. I tell thee, daughter, I sprang no more in joy at first hearing he was a man-child than now, in first seeing he had proved himself a man.
But had he died in the business, madam, how then?
That his good report should have been my son, I therein would have found issue. Hear me profess sincerely, had I a dozen sons, each in my love alike, and none less dear than thine, and my good Marcius, I had rather had 11 die nobly for their country, than one voluptuously surfeit out of action.
Enter a gentlewoman. Kitty, take that.
Did you say? And
Uh,
Madam, the Lady Valeria has come to visit you.
Beseech you give me leave to retire myself.
Indeed you shall not. Methinks I hear hither your husband's drum. See him pluck Ophidius down by the hair, as children from a bear, the Volsces shunning him. Methinks I see him stamp thus, and call thus, "Come on, you cowards! You were got in fear, though you were born in Rome." His bloody brow with his mailed hand, and wiping forth he goes, like to a harvestman, that tasked to mow or all, or lose his hire.
His bloody brow? Oh, Jupiter, no blood.
Away, you fool, it more becomes a man than gilt his trophy. The breasts of Hecuba, when she did suckle Hector, looked not lovelier than Hector's forehead, when it spit forth blood at Grecian sword contemning. Tell Valeria we are fit to bid her welcome.
Heavens bless my lord from fell Ophidius.
He'll beat Ophidius' head below his knee and tread upon his neck.
enter Valeria with an usher and a gentlewoman.
Oh, my ladies, both good day to you.
Sweet madam,
I am glad to see your ladyship.
How do you both? You are manifest housekeepers. What are you sewing here? A fine spot in good faith. How does your little son?
I thank your ladyship. Well, good, madam.
he had rather see the swords and hear a drum than look upon his schoolmaster.
My word, the father's son. I swear 'tis a very pretty boy. Ah, my troth, I looked upon him a Wednesday, half an hour together. He's such a confirmed countenance. I saw him run after a gilded butterfly, and when he caught it, he let it go again, and after it again, and over he comes, and up again, catch it again, or whether his fallen ranged him, or how 'twas he did so, set his teeth and tear it. Oh, I warrant how he man mocked it.
One of one's father's moods.
Oh, indeed, like he's a noble child.
A crack, madam.
Come, lay aside your stitchery. I must have you play the idle housewife with me this afternoon.
No, good madam, I will not out of doors.
Not out of doors.
She shall.
Did you know, by your patience, I'll not over the threshold till my lord return from the wars.
Oh, fie, you confine yourself most unreasonably. Come, you must go visit the good lady that lies in.
I will wish her speedy strength and visit her with my prayers, but I cannot go thither.
Why, I pray you?
'Tis not to save labor, nor that I want love.
Oh, you would be another Penelope. Yet they say all the yarn she spun in Ulysses' absence did but fill Attica full of moths. Come, I would your cambric were sensible as your finger, that you might leave pricking it for pity. Come, you shall go with us.
No, good madam, pardon me. Indeed, I will not forth.
Oh, in truth, go with me, and I'll tell you excellent news of your husband.
Oh, good madam, there can be none yet.
Verily, I do not jest with you. There came news from him last night.
Indeed, madam?
In earnest, it's true. I heard a senator speak it. Thus it is, the Volsces have an army forth against who Cominius, the general, is gone, with one part of our Roman power. Your lord and Titus Lartius are set down before their city's Coriolanus. They nothing doubt prevailing, and to make it brief, wars. This is true on mine honor, and so I pray go with us.
Give me excuse, good madam, I will obey you in everything hereafter.
Pleasure alone, lady, as she is now, she will but disease our better mirth.
In troth, I think she would. Fare you well, then. Oh, come, good sweet lady. Prithee, Virginia, Turn thy solemnness out of door and go along with us.
No, at a word, madam. Indeed, I must not. I wish you much mirth.
Well, then farewell.
And the ladies exit. Act 1, Scene 4. Enter Marcius, Titus Lartius, with drum and colours, with captains and soldiers, as before the city Coriolanus. To them comes a messenger.
Yonder comes news. A wager they have met.
My horse to yours? No.
Ha ha, 'tis done.
Agreed.
Say, has our general met the enemy?
They lie in view, but have not spoke as yet.
Ah,
Oh, so the good horse is mine.
I'll buy him of you.
No, I'll not sell nor give him. Lend you him I will for 500 years. Come to the town.
How far off lie these armies?
Within this mile and a half.
Then shall we hear their larum and they ours. Now, Mars, I prithee make us quick in work, that we with smoking swords may march from hence to help our fielded friends. Come, blow thy blast.
They sound a parley. Enter 2 senators with others on the walls of Coriolanus. Tullus Aufidius.
Tullus Aufidius, is he within your walls?
No, nor man that fears you less than he, that's lesser than a little. Hark, our drums are bringing forth our youth. We'll break our walls rather than they shall pound us up our gates, which yet seem shut. We are but pinned in with rushes. They'll open of themselves. Hark you far off. There is Aufidius. List what work he makes amongst your cloven army.
Oh, they are at it.
Their noise be our instruction. Ladders, whoa!
Enter
They
the
fear us
army
not.
of the Balkans.
But issue forth their city. Now put your shields before your hearts, and fight with hearts more proof than shields. Advance, brave Titus. They do disdain us much beyond our thoughts, which makes me sweat with wrath. Come on, my fellows. He that retires, I'll take him for a Volca, and he shall feel mine edge.
Alarms! The Romans are beaten back to their trenches. Enter Marcius cursing.
Oh, the contagion of the south light on you, you shames of Rome. You heard of biles and plagues plaster you o'er, that you may be abhorred farther than seen, and one infect another against the wind a mile. You souls of geese that bear the shapes of men, how have you run from slaves that apes would beat? Pluto in hell, all hurt behind, backs red and faces pale, with flight and agued fear? Mend and charge home. Oh, by the fires of heaven, I'll leave the foe and make my wars on you. Look to it. Come on. If you'll stand fast, we'll beat them to their wives, and they us to our trenches follows.
Another alarm, and Marcius follows them to the gates and is shut in.
So now the gates are ope. Now, prove good seconds. 'Tis for the followers fortune widens them, not for the flyers. Mock me and do the like.
Enter the Gatti.
Foolhardy, it's not I.
Nor I.
See, they have shut him in.
Alarms
I
continue.
warrant him.
Oh. Enter Titus Lartius.
What has become of Marcius?
Slain.
Doubtless.
Following the flyers at the very heels, with them he enters, who upon the Saldaean clap to their gates. He is himself alone to answer all the city.
Oh, noble fellow, who sensibly outdares his senseless sword, and when it bows, stands up. Thou art left, Marcius, a carbuncle entire, as big as thou art, were not so rich a jewel. Thou wast a soldier, even to the calves' wish, not fierce and terrible only in strokes, but with thy grim looks and the thunder-like percussion of thy sounds, thou madest thine enemies shake as if the world were feverish and did tremble.
Enter Marcius bleeding, assaulted by the enemy.
Look, sir,
'Tis Marcius. Let's fetch him off, or make remain alike.
They fight and all enter the city. Act 1, Scene 5. Enter certain Romans with spoils.
This will I carry to Rome.
And I this. Morandant, I took this for silver. And they leave. Alarm continues, still afar off. Enter Marcius and Titus with a trumpet.
See here these movers that do prize their hours at a cracked drachma. Cushions, leaden spoons, irons of a doit, doublets that hangmen would bury with those that wore them. These base slaves, ere yet the fight be done, pack up. Down with them! And hark, what noise the general makes! To him! There is the man of my soul's hate, Aufidius, piercing our Romans. Then valiant Titus, take convenient numbers to make good the city, whilst I with those that have the spirit will haste to help Cominius.
Worthy sir, thou bleedest. Thy exercise has been too violent for a second course of fight.
Ah, sir, praise me not. My work hath yet not warmed me. Fare you well. The blood I drop is rather physical than dangerous to me. To Aufidius, thus I will appear and fight.
Now the fair goddess Fortune fall deep in love with thee, and her great charms misguided thy opposers' swords. Bold gentleman, prosperity be thy page.
Thy friend no less than those she placeth highest. So farewell.
Thou worthiest, Marcius. Go, sound thy trumpet in the marketplace. Call thither all the officers in the town, where they shall know our mind. Away.
And they exit. Act 1, Scene 6. Enter Cominius, as it were, in retire with soldiers.
Breathe you, my friends. Well fought we are come off like Romans, neither foolish in our stands nor cowardly in retire. Believe me, sirs, we shall be charged again. Whilst we have struck by interims and conveying gusts, we have heard the charges of our friends. The Roman gods lead their successes as we wish our own, that both our powers, with smiling fronts encountering, may give you thankful sacrifice. Thy news?
A messenger enters.
The citizens of Coriolanus have issued and given to Lartius and Marcius battle. I saw our party to their trenches driven, and then I came away.
Though thou speakest truth, methinks thou speakst not well. How long is it since?
Above an hour, my lord.
'Tis not a mile. Briefly we heard their drums. How couldst thou in a mile confound an hour and bring thy news so late?
Spies of the Volsces held me in chase, that I was forced to wheel 3 or 4 miles about, else had I, sir, half an hour since brought my report.
Enter Marcius.
Who's yonder that does appear as he were flayed? O gods, he has the stamp of Marcius, and I have beforetime seen him thus.
Am I too late?
The shepherd knows not thunder from a tabor more than I know the sound of Marcius' tongue from every meaner man.
Am I too late?
Aye, if you come not in the blood of others, but mantled in your own.
Oh, let me clip ye in arms as sound as when I wooed in heart, as merry as when our nuptial day was done, and tapers burnt to bedward.
Flower of warriors, how is't with Titus Lartius?
As with a man busied about decrees, condemning some to death and some to exile, ransoming some, or pitying, threatening the other, holding Coriolanus in the name of Rome, even like a fawning greyhound in the leash, to let him slip at will.
Where is that slave which told me they had beat you to your trenches? Where is he? Call him hither.
Let him alone. He did inform the truth. But for our gentlemen, the common file, a plague, tribunes for them. The mouse ne'er shunned the cat as they did budge from rascals worse than they.
But how prevailed you?
Will the time serve to tell? I do not think. Where is the enemy? Are you lords of the field? If not, why cease you till you are so?
Marcius, we have at disadvantage fought and did retire to win our purpose.
How lies their battle? Know you on which side they have placed their men of trust?
As I guess, Marcius, their bands in the forward are the ancients of their best trust. O'er them, Aufidius, their very heart of hope.
I do beseech you, by all the battles wherein we have fought, by the blood we have shed together, by the vows we have made to endure friends, that you directly set me against Aufidius and his Anteots, and that you not delay the present, but filling the air with swords advanced and darts, we prove this very hour.
Though I could wish you were conducted to a gentle bath and balm supplied to you, yet dare I never deny your asking. Take your choice of those that best can aid your action.
Those are they most are willing, if any such be here, as it were sin to doubt, that love this painting wherein you see me smeared, if any fear lessen his person than an ill report, if any think brave death outweighs bad life, and that his country's dearer than himself, let him alone. Or so many so minded, wave thus to express his disposition, and follow Marcius.
They all shout and wave their swords, take him up in their arms, and cast up their caps.
Oh, me alone! Make you a sword of me! If these shows be not outward, which of you but is for Vulcus? None of you but is able to bear against the great Aufidius a shield as hard as his. A certain number, though thanks to all, must I select from all. The rest shall bear the business in some other fight, as cause will be obeyed. Please you to march, and 4 shall quickly draw out my command, which men are best inclined.
March on, my fellows. Make good this ostentation, and you shall divide in us with all.
And they exit.
Divide in all with us.
And they exit. Act 1, Scene 7. Titus Lartius, having set a guard upon Coriolanus, going with drum and trumpet toward Cominius, and Caius Marcius enters with a lieutenant, other soldiers, and a scout.
So, let the ports be guarded. Keep your duties as I have set them down. If I do send, dispatch those sentries to our aid. The rest will serve for a short holding. If we lose the field, we cannot keep the town.
Fear not our care, sir.
Hence, and shut your gates upon us. Our guide come to the Roman camp, conduct us.
And they exit. Act 1, Scene 8. An alarm, as in battle. Enter Marcius and Aufidius at several doors.
I'll fight with none but thee, for I do hate thee worse than a promise breaker.
We hate alike. Not Afric owns the circuit I have borne more than thy fame and envy. Fix thy foot.
Let the first budger die the other's slave, and the gods do him after.
If I fly, Marcius, hollow me like a hare.
Within these 3 hours, Tullus, alone I fought in your Coriolanus walls, and made what work I pleased. 'Tis not my blood wherein thou seest me masked. For thy revenge, wrench up thy power to the highest.
Wert thou the Hector that was the whip of your bragged progeny, thou shouldst not skate me here. Officious and not valiant, ye have shamed me in your condemned seconds.
Act 1, Scene 9. Flourish and alarms. A retreat is sounded. Enter at one door Cominius with the Romans, at another door Marcius with his army in a scarf.
If I should tell thee all this, thy days work thou'lt not believe thy deeds. But I'll report it where senators shall mingle tears with smiles, where great patricians shall attend and shrug, the end admire, where ladies shall be frighted and gladly quaked. Hear more, where the dull tribunes, that with the fusty plebeians hate thine honors, shall say against their hearts, we thank the gods our Rome hath such a soldier. Yet camest thou to a morsel of this feast, having fully dined before.
Into Titus with his power from the pursuit.
Oh, General, here is the steed we the comparison hast thou beheld.
Pray no more. My mother, who has a charter to extol her blood, when she does praise me, grieves me. I have done as you have done, that's what I can. Induced as you have been, that's for my country. He that has but affected his good will hath o'ertaken mine act.
You shall not be the grave of your deserving. Rome must know the value of her own. 'Twere a concealment worse than a theft, no less than a traducement to hide your doings, and to silence that, which to the spire on top of praises vouched would seem but modest. Therefore, I beseech you, in sign of what you are not to reward what you have done before our army, hear me.
I have some wounds upon me, and they smart to hear themselves remembered.
Should they not, well might they fest against ingratitude and tempt themselves with death. Of all the horses whereof we have ta'en good and good store of all, the treasure in this field achieved, and city, we render you the 10th, to be ta'en forth before the common distribution at your only choice.
I thank you, General, but cannot make my heart consent to take a bribe to pay my sword. I do refuse it, and stand upon my common part with those that have beheld the doing.
A long flourish. They all cry, Marcius, Marcius, cast up their caps and lances. Cominius and Lartius stand bare.
May these same instruments which you profane never sound more. When drums and trumpets shall in the field prove flatterers, let courts and cities be made all of false-faced soothing. When steel grows soft as the parasite's silk, let him be made an overture for the wars. No more, I say, for that I have not washed my nose that bled, or foiled some debile wretch, which, without note, here's many else have done. You shoot me forth in acclamations hyperbolical, as if I loved my little should be dieted in praises, sauced with lies.
Too modest are you, more cruel to your good report than grateful to us that give you truly. By your patience, if gainst yourself you be incensed, we'll put you like one that means his proper harm in manacles, then reason safely with you. Therefore be it known as to us, to all the world, that Caius Marcius wears this war's garland, in token of the which my noble steed, known to the camp, I give him, with all his trim belonging, and from this time, for what he did before Coriolanus, call him with all the applause and clamor of the host, Marcus Caius Coriolanus, bear the diction nobly ever. Marcus Caius Coriolanus.
I will go wash, and when my face is fair, you shall perceive whether I blush or no. Howbeit I thank you. I mean to stride your steed, and at all times to undercrest your good addition to the fairness of my power.
So, to our tent, where'er we do repose us, we will write to Rome of our success. You, Titus Lartius, muster Coriolanus back. Send us to Rome the best with whom we may articulate for their own good and ours.
I shall, my lord.
The gods begin to mock me. I that now refused most princely gifts am bound to beg of my lord general.
Take it, 'tis yours. What is it?
I sometime lay here in Coriolanus at a poor man's house. He used me kindly. He cried to me, I saw him prisoner, but then Aufidius was within my view, and wrath overwhelmed my pity. I request you to give my poor host freedom.
Oh, well begged. Were he the butcher of my son, he should be free as is the wind. Deliver him, Titus.
Marcius, his name.
By Jupiter, forgot. I am weary, yea, my memory is tired. Have we no wine here?
Go we to our tent. The blood upon your visage dries. 'Tis time it should be looked to. Come.
And the exit. Act 1, Scene 10. Flourish. Cornets. Enter Tullus Aufidius, bloody, and with 2 or 3 soldiers.
Okay, I was going to do something, but I can't do it right now. The town is taken.
'Twill be delivered back on good condition.
Condition. I would I were Roman, for I cannot, being a Volci, be that I am. Condition. Condition? What good condition can a treaty find in the part of that is mercy? 5 times, Marcius, I have fought with thee. So often hast thou beat me, and would it do so, I think, should we encounter as often as we eat. By the elements, if e'er again I meet him, beard to beard he's mine, or I am his. My emulation has not that honor in it had. For when I thought to crush him in an equal force, true sword to sword, I'll potch him at some way, or rather craft may get him.
He's the devil.
Bolder, though, not so subtle. My valor's poisoned with only suffering stained by him, from him. From him shall fly out of self, nor sleep nor sanctuary, being naked, sick, nor fane, nor capital, the prayers of priests, nor times of sacrifice. Embarkments all of fury shall lift up their rotten privilege and custom against my hate, Marcius. Where I find him, were it at home, on my brother's guard, even there against the hospitable cannon, would I wash my fierce hand in his heart. Go you to the city, learn how 'tis held, but they are that must be hostages for Rome.
Will not you go?
I am tended at the cypress grove. I pray you to souse the city, Mills, bring me word thither how the word goes, that the pace of it I may spur on my journey.
I shall, sir.
Act 2. Enter Menenius with the 2 tribunes of the people, Sicinius and Brutus. The augur tells me we shall have news tonight.
Good or bad?
Not according to the prayer of the people, for they love not Marcius.
Nature teaches beasts to know their friends.
Pray you, who does the wolf love?
The lamb?
Aye, to devour him, as the hungry plebeians would the noble Marcius.
He's a lamb indeed that bays like a bear.
He's a bear indeed that lives like a lamb. You 2 are old men. Tell me one thing that I shall ask you.
Well, sir?
In what enormity is Marcius poor in that you 2 have not in abundance?
He's poor in no one fault, but stored with all.
Especially in pride.
And topping all others in boasting.
That is strange now. Do you 2 know how you are censured here in the city? I mean of us of the right-hand file, do you?
Why?
Why?
How are we censured?
Because you talk of pride now. Will you not be angry?
Well,
Oh,
well,
sir.
sir. Well.
Well, why, 'tis no great matter, for a very little thief of occasion will rob you of a great deal of patience. Give your dispositions the reins and be angry at your pleasures at the least. If you take it as a pleasure to you, in being so, you did blame Marcius for being proud.
We do not do it alone, sir.
I know you can do very little alone, for your helps are many, or else your actions would grow wondrous single. Your abilities are too infant-like for doing much alone. You talk of pride. Oh, that you could turn your eyes towards the nape of your necks and make but an interior survey of your good selves. Oh, that you could.
What then, sir?
I think you should discover a brace of unmeriting, proud, violent, testy majesty, alias fools as any in Rome.
Menenius, you are known well enough too.
I am known to be a humorous patrician, and one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of a lying Tiber in't. Said to be something imperfect in favouring the first complaint, hasty and tinder-like upon to trivial motion, one that converses more with the buttock of the night than with the forehead of the morning. What I think I utter, and spend my malice in my breath, meeting 2 such wheels men as you. I cannot call you Lycurguses. If the drink you give me touch my palate adversely, I make a crooked face at it. I can say your worships have delivered the manner well. When I find the ass in compound with the major part of your syllables, and though I must be content to bear with those that say you are reverend, grave men, yet they lie deadly that tell you you have good faces. If you see this in the map of my microcosm, follows it that I am well known enough too? What harm can your besom conceptually glean of this character, if I be known well enough too.
Come, sir, come, we know you well enough.
You know neither me, yourselves, nor anything. You are ambitious. For poor knaves' caps and legs, you wear out a good wholesome forenoon in hearing a cause between an orange wife and a forfeit seller, and then rejourn the controversy of 3 pence to a second day of audience. When you are hearing a matter between party and party, if you chance to be pinched with the colic, you make faces like mummers, set up the bloody flag against the patients, and in roaring for a chamber pot, dismiss the controversy bleeding, the more entangled by your hearing. All the peace you make in their cause is calling both the parties knaves. You are a pair of strange ones.
Come, come. You are well understood to be a perfect gibbler for the table, than a necessary bencher in the capital.
Oh, our very priests must become mockers if they shall encounter such ridiculous subjects as you are when you speak best to the purpose. It is not worth the wagging of your beards, and your beards deserve not so honourable a grave as to stuff a botcher's cushion, or to be entombed in an ass's pack saddle. Yet you must be saying, Marcius is proud, who in a cheap estimation is worth all your predecessors since Deucalion, though peradventure some of the best of them were hereditary hangmen. Good end to your worships. More of your conversation would infect my brain. Being the herdsman of the beastly plebeians, I will be bold to make my leave of you. Brutus and Cecilius go to a side, enter Volumnia, Virgilia, and Valeria. Oh, how now? My as fair as noble ladies, and the moon we she's earthly no nobler. Whither do you follow your eyes so fast?
Honorable Memenius, my boy Marcius approaches. For the love of Juno, let's go.
Ah, Marcia's coming home.
Aye, worthy Menenius, and with most prosperous approbation.
I take my cap, Jupiter, and I thank thee. Oh, Marcia's coming home.
Nay, 'tis true.
Look, here's a letter from him. The state hath another, his wife another, and I think there's one at home for you.
Oh, I will make my very house reel tonight. A letter for me.
Yes, certain. There's a letter for you. I saw it.
A letter for me. Oh, it gives me an estate of 7 years' health, in which time I will make a lip at the physician. The most sovereign prescription in Gallon is but empiric, and to this preservative of no better report than a horse drench. Is he not wounded? He was wont to come home wounded.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, he is wounded. I thank the gods for it.
Oh, so do I too. If it be not too much, it brings a victory in his pocket, and the wounds become him.
On's brow, Menenius, he comes the third time home with the oaken garland.
Has he disciplined Ophidius soundly?
Titus Lartius writes they fought together, but Ophidius got off.
And 'twas time for him too. I'll warrant him that. And he had stayed by him, I would have not have been so fastidious for all the chests in Coriolanus and the gold that's in them. Is the Senate posset of this?
Good ladies, let's go. Yes. The Senate has letters from the general, wherein he gives my son the whole name of the war. He hath in this action outdone his former deeds doubly.
In troth, there's wondrous things spoke of him.
Wondrous, aye. I warrant you, and not without his true purchasing.
The gods grant them true.
True, Paul.
True. I'll be sworn they're true. Where is he wounded? God save your good worships. Marcius is coming home. He has more cause to be proud. Where is he wounded?
In the shoulder and in the left arm, There will be large cicatrices to show the people when he shall stand for his place. He received in the repulse of Tarquin 7 hurts to the body.
One in the neck and 2 in the thigh. There's 9 that I know.
He had, before this last expedition, 25 wounds upon him.
Now it's 27, and every gash was an enemy's grave. Oh, hearken the trumpets.
These are the ushers of Marcius. Before him he carries noise, and behind him he leaves tears. Death, that dark spirit, in's nervy arm doth lie, which being advanced, declines, and then men die.
Enter Cominius, the general, and Titus Lartius. Between them Coriolanus, crowned with an oaken garland, with captains and soldiers and a herald.
Herald. I'm not a herald.
Okay.
On the herald. No Rome, that all alone Marcius did fight within Coriolanus' gates, where he hath won with fame a name to Marcius Caius. These in honor follows Marcius Caius Coriolanus. Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus.
Welcome to
Welcome
Rome,
to Rome,
renowned
renowned
Coriolanus.
No more of this, it does offend my heart. Pray now, no more.
Look, sir, your mother.
Oh, you have, I know, petitioned all the gods for my prosperity.
Nay, my good soldier, up. My gentle Marcius, worthy Caius, and by deed achieving honor newly named, what is it? Coriolanus must I call thee? But oh, thy wife.
My gracious silence hail. Wouldst thou have laughed had I come coffined home, that weepest to see me triumph? Ah, my dear, such eyes the widows in Coriolis wear, and mothers that lack sons.
Now the gods crown thee.
And live you yet? Oh, my sweet lady, pardon.
I know not where to turn. Oh, welcome home, and welcome general, and y'all are welcome all.
100,000 welcomes. I could weep and I could laugh. I am light and heavy. Welcome. A curse begin the very Ruton's heart that is not glad to see thee. You are 3 that Rome should dote on. Yet by the faith of men we have some old crab trees here at home that will not be grateful to your relish. Yet welcome warriors, we call a nettle, but a nettle and the faults of fools, but folly.
Ever right.
Menenius ever.
Give way there and go on.
Your hand and yours. Ere in our own house I do shade my head, the good patricians must be visited, from whom I have received not only greetings, but with them change of honors.
I have lived to see inherited my very wishes and the buildings of my fancy. Only there's one thing wanting, which I doubt not, but our Rome will cast upon thee.
No, good mother, I had rather be their servant in my way than sway with them in theirs.
On to the capital.
Flourish, cornets, exuent in state as before. Enter Brutus and Sicinius.
All tongues speak of him, and the blessed and the bleared sights are speckled to see him. Your prattling nurse into a rapture lets her baby cry, while she chats him. The kitchen malkin pines, her richest lock ram bout her reachy neck, clambering the walls to eye him. Stalls, bulks, widows are smothered up, leads filled in ridges horsed, with variable complexions, all agreeing in earnestness to see him. Self-shown flammas do press among the popular throngs and puff to win a vulgar station. Our very dames commit the war of white and damask, and their nicely gorded cheeks 'twas wanton spoil of Phoebus' burning kisses. Such a poocher, as if that whatsoever god who leads him was slyly crept into his humane powers and gave him graceful posture.
On the sudden, I warned him counsel.
Oh, then our office may during his power go sleep.
He cannot temporarily transport his honors from where he should begin and end, but will lose those he hath won.
In that there's comfort.
Doth not the commoners for whom we stand, but they upon their ancient malice will forget with the least cause these new honors, which that he will give them, make I as little question as he is proud to do it.
I heard him swear, were he to stand for counsel, never would he appear in the marketplace, nor arm him put the Naples vesture of humanity, nor showing as the manner is his wounds to the people, beg their stinking breaths.
'Tis right.
It was his word. Oh, he would miss it rather than carrying it, but by the suit of the gentry to him and the desire of the nobles.
I wish no better than have him hold that purpose and to put it in execution.
'Tis most he will.
It shall be to him then, as our good wills, a sure destruction.
So it must fall out to him or authorities for an end. We must suggest to people in what hatred he still hath held them, that to its powers he would have made them mules, silence their pleaders, and dispropertied their freedoms, holding them in humane action and capacity of no more soul nor fitness for the world than camels in their war, who have their profit only for bearing burdens and sore blows for sinking under them.
This, as you say, suggested at some time when his soaring insolence shall teach the people, which time shall not want, if he be put upon it, and that's as easy as to set dogs on sheep, will be his fire to kindle their dry stubble, and their blaze shall darken him forever.
Enter a messenger.
What's the matter?
You are sent for to the capital. 'Tis thought that Marcius shall be consul. I have seen the dumb men throng to see him, and the blind to hear him speak. Matrons fling gloves, ladies and maids their scarves and handkerchiefs upon him as he passed. The nobles bended as to Jove's statue, and the commons made a shower and thunder with their caps and shouts. I never saw the like.
Let's to the capital and carry with us ears and eyes for the time, but hearts for the event.
Have with you.
And they exit. Act 2, Scene 2. Enter 2 officers to lay cushions, as it were, in the capital.
Come, they're almost here. How many stand for consulship?
3, they say, but to start of everyone, Coriolanus will carry it.
Oh, that's a brave fellow. But he's vengeance proud and loves not the common people.
Faith, there have been many great men that have flattered the people who ne'er loved them. And there be many that they have loved, they know not wherefore so, that if they love, they know not why. They hate upon no better ground. Therefore, for Coriolanus neither to care whether they love or hate him, manifests the true knowledge he has in their disposition, and out of his noble carelessness lets them plainly see it.
If he did not care whether he had their love or no, he waved indifferently, twixt doing them neither good nor harm, but he seeks their hate with greater devotion than they can render it to him, and leaves nothing undone. They may fully discover him their opposite. Now to seem to affect the malice and displeasure of the people is as bad as that which he dislikes to flatter them for their love.
He hath deserved worthily of his country, and his ascent is not by such easy degrees as those who, having been supple and courteous to the people, bonneted without any further deed to have them at all into their estimation and report. But he hath so planted his honors in their eyes, and his actions in their hearts, that for their tongues to be silent and not confess so much were a kind of ungrateful injury. To report otherwise were a malice, that giving itself the lie would pluck reproof and rebuke from every ear that heard it.
Oh, no more of him. He's a worthy man. Make way. They're coming.
Enter the patricians and the tribunes of the people, lictors before them, Coriolanus, Menenius, Cominius the consul, Sicinius and Brutus take their places by themselves. Coriolanus stands. Having determined of the Volcaes and to send for Titus Lartius, it remains as the main point of this our after meeting to gratify his noble service that has thus stood for his country. Therefore please you, most reverend and grave elders, to desire the present consul and last general in our well-founded successes to report a little of that worthy work performed by Marcius Caius Coriolanus, whom we met here, both to thank and to remember with honors like himself.
Speak, good Cominius. Leave nothing out for length, and make us think rather our state's defective for requital than we two to stretch it out. Masters of the people, we do just ears, and after your loving motion toward the common body to yield what passes here.
We are convented upon a pleasing treaty and have hearts inclinable to honor and advance the theme of our assembly.
Which the rather we shall be blessed to do if he remember a kinder value of the people than he hath hereto prized them all.
Oh, that's off. I would rather had been silent. Please you to hear Cominius speak.
Most willingly, but yet my caution was more pertinent than the rebuke you give it.
He loves your people, but tie him not to be their bedfellow. Worthy Cominius, speak. No, keep your place.
Sit, Coriolanus, never shamed to heave what you have nobly done.
Your honor's pardon. I would rather have my wounds to heal again than hear how I got them.
Sir, I hope my words disbenced you not.
No, sir. Yet oft, when blows have made me stay, I fled from words. You soothed not, therefore hurt not. But your people, I love them as they weigh.
Pray now, sit down.
I had rather have one scratch my head in the sun when the alarm is struck than idly sit to hear my nothings monstered.
And Coriolanus exits. Masters of the people, your multiplying spawn, how can he flatter? That's 1,000 to 1 good one. When you now see he'd rather venture all his limbs for honor than on one's ears to hear it. Proceed, Cominius.
I shall lack voice. The deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feebly. It is held that valor is the chiefest virtue and most dignifies the haver. If it be, the man I speak of cannot in the world be singly counterpoised. At 16 years, when Tarquin made a head for Rome, he fought beyond the mark of others. Our then dictator, whom with all praise I point at, saw him fight, when with his Amazonian chin he drove the bristled lips before him. He bestrid an oppressed Roman, and in the consul's view slew 3 oppressors. Tarquin's self he met and struck him on his knee. In that day's feats, when he might act the woman in the scene, he proved best man in the field, and for his meed was brow bound with yoke. His pupil-age man entered thus, he waxed like a sea, and in the brunt of 17 battles since, he lurched all swords of the garland. For this last, before and in Coriolis, let me say I cannot speak him home. He stopped the flyers, and by his rare example made the coward turn terror into sport. As weeds before a vessel under sail, so men obeyed and fell below his stem. His sword, death's stamp, where it did mark, it took from face to foot. He was a thing of blood, whose every motion was timed with dying cries. Alone he entered the mortal gate of the city, which he painted with shunless destiny. Aidless came off, and with a sudden reinforcement struck Coriolis like a planet. Now all's his. When by and by the din of war gan pierce his ready sense, then straight his doubled spirit re-quickened what in flesh was fatigate, and to the battle came he, where he did run wreaking o'er the lives of men as if 'twere a perpetual spoil. Until we called both field and city ours, he never stood to ease his breast with panting.
Worthy man,
He cannot but with measure fit the honors which we devise him.
Our spoils he kicked at, and looked upon things precious as they were the common muck of the world. He covets less than misery itself would give, rewards his deeds with doing them, and is content to spend the time to end it.
he's right noble. Let him be called for't.
Call Coriolanus.
He doth
He
appear,
doth appear.
Peter Coriolanus. The Senate, Coriolanus, are well pleased to make thee consul.
I do owe them still my life and services.
It then remains that you do speak to the people.
I do beseech you, let me o'erleap that custom. For I cannot put on the gown, stand naked, and entreat them for my wound's sake to give their suffrage. Please you that I may pass this doing.
Sir, the people must have their voices. Neither will they bate one jot of ceremony.
Put them not to it. Pray you go fit you to the custom, and take to you as your predecessors have your honor with your form.
It is a part that I shall blush in acting, and might well be taken from the people.
Mark you that.
To brag unto them, thus I did, and thus show them the unaching scars which I should hide, as if I had received them for the hire of their breath only.
No, do not stand upon't. We recommend you to the tribunes of the people. Our purpose to them and to our noble consul, wish we all joy and honor.
To Coriolanus come all joy and honor.
Trumpets sound. They all exit, leaving Sicinius and Brutus.
You see how he intends to use the people.
May they perceive's intent. He will require them, as if he did condemn what he requested, should be in them to give.
We'll inform them of our proceedings here on the marketplace. I know they do attend us.
And they exit. Act 2, Scene 3. Enter 7 or 8 citizens.
Once, if he do require our Volskis, we ought not to deny him.
We may, sir, if we will.
We have power in ourselves to do it, but it is a power that we have no power to do. For if you show us his wounds and tell us his deeds, we are to put our tongues into those wounds and speak for them. So if he tell us his noble deeds, we must also tell him our noble acceptance of them. Ingratitude is monstrous, and for the multitude to be ingrateful, or to make a monster of the multitude, of the which we being members should bring ourselves to be monstrous members.
To make us no better thought of, a little help will serve. For once we stood up about the corn, he himself struck not to call us the many-headed multitude.
We have been called so of many, not that our heads are some brown, some black, some Abram, some bald, but that our wits are so diversely colored. And truly, I think if all our wits were to issue out of one skull, they would fly east, west, north, south, and their consent of one direct way should be at once to all the points of the compass.
Think you so? Which way do you judge my wit will fly?
Nay, your wit will not so soon out as another man's will, 'tis strongly wedged up in a blockhead. But if it were at liberty, 'twould sure southward.
Why that way?
To loose itself in a fog, where being 3 parts melted away with rotten dews, the 4th would return for conscience' sake to help to get thee a wife.
You are never without your tricks. You may.
All resolved to give your voices? But that's no matter. The greater part carries it, I say. If he would incline to the people, there was never a worthier man.
Enter Coriolanus in a gown of humility with
Here
Menenius.
he comes, and in the gown of humility. Mark his behavior. We are not to stay all together, but to come by him where he stands by ones and twos and by threes. He is to make his request by particulars, wherein every one of us has a single honor in giving him our own voices with our own tongues. Therefore, follow me, and I'll direct you how you shall go by him.
Content.
And content.
Content.
Oh, sir, you are not right. Have you not known the worthiest men have done?
What must I say, I pray, sir? Plague upon it! I cannot bring my tongue to such a pace. Look, sir, my wounds, I got them in my country's service, when some certain of your brethren roared and ran from the noise of our own drums.
Oh, me, the gods, you must not speak of that. You must desire them to think upon you.
Think upon me? Hang 'em! I would they would forget me, like the virtues which our divines lose by 'em.
You'll mar all. Oh, I leave you. Pray you speak to them, I pray you, in wholesome manner.
Bid them wash their faces and keep their teeth clean. Oh, so, here comes a brace. You know the cause, sir, of my standing here.
We do, sir. Tell us what hath brought you to't.
Mine own desert.
Your own dessert.
Aye, but not mine own desire.
How not your own desire?
No, sir, 'twas never my desire yet to trouble the poor with begging.
You must think if we give you anything, we hope to gain by you.
Well, then I pray, your price of the consulship.
The price is to ask it kindly.
Kindly, sir, I pray, let me hat. I have no wounds to show you, which shall be yours in private. Your good voice, sir, what say you?
You shall have worthy, sir.
A match, sir. There's an all too worthy voices begged. I have your alms. Adieu.
But this is something odd.
And twere to give again. But 'tis no matter.
And the exit
Pray you now,
to 2 other citizens.
if it may stand with the tune of your voices that I may be consul, I have here the customary gown.
You have deserved nobly of your country, and you have not deserved nobly.
Your enigma?
You have been a scourge to our enemies. You have been a rod to her friends. You have not indeed loved the common people.
You should account me the more virtuous, that I have not been common in my love. I will, sir, flatter my sworn brother, the people, to earn a dear estimation of them. 'Tis a condition they account gentle. And since the wisdom of their choice is rather to have my hat than my heart, I will practice the insinuating nod, and be off to them most counterfeitly. That is, sir, I will counterfeit the bewitchment of some popular man, and give it bountiful to the desirers. Therefore, beseech you, I may be consul.
We hope to find you our friend, and therefore give you our voices heartily.
You have received many wounds for your country.
I will not seal your knowledge with showing them. I will make much of your voices, and so trouble you no farther.
The
The gods give you joy, sir, heartily.
Most sweet voices. Better it is to die, better to starve, than crave the hire which first we do deserve. Why in this wolvish tongue should I be stand here, to beg of Hob and Dick that does appear their needless vouches? Custom calls me to it. What custom wills in all things, should we do it? The dust on antique time would lie unswept, and mountainous error be too high heaped for truth to o'erpeer. Rather than fool it so, let the high office and honor go to one that would do thus. I am half through. The one part suffered, the other will I do. Here come mo voices. Your voices! For your voices I have sought, watched for your voices bear of wounds 24 odd, battles thrice 6 I have seen and heard of. For your voices have done many things, some less, some more. Your voices, indeed, I would be consul.
He has done nobly and cannot go without any honest man's voice.
Therefore, let him be consul. The gods give him joy and make him good friend to the people.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. God save thee, noble consul.
Council.
Worthy voices.
Enter Menenius with Brutus and Sicinius. You have stood your limitation, and the tributes endue you with the people's voice. Remains that the official marks invested, you anon do meet the Senate.
Is this done?
The custom of request you have discharged. The people do admit you and are summoned to meet you anon upon your approbation.
Where? At the Senate House.
There, Coriolanus.
May I change these garments?
You may, sir.
That I'll straight do. And knowing myself again, repair to the Senate House.
I'll keep you company. Will you along?
Oh, we stay here for the people.
Very well. He has it now, and by his looks methinks is warm at heart.
For the proud heart he wore as humble weeds. Will you dismiss the people?
How
Enter the
now, my
plebeians.
masters, have you chose this man?
He has our voices, sir.
Brutus.
We pray the gods he may deserve your loves.
Amen, sir. To my poor unworthy notice, he mocked us when he begged our voices.
Certainly he flowed us downright.
No, his kind of speech, he did not mock us.
Not one amongst us, save yourself, but says he used us scornfully. He should have showed us his marks of merit, wounds received for his country.
Well, so he did, I am sure.
No,
No man saw him.
he said he had wounds which he could show in private, and with his hat thus waving it in scorn. I would be consul, says he. Aged custom, but by your voices will not so permit me. Your voices, therefore, when we granted that, here was, I thank you for your voices. Thank you, your most sweet voices. Now you have left your voices, I have no further with you. Was not this mockery?
Why either were you ignorant to see it, or seeing it of such childish friendliness to yield your voices? Could you not have told him as you were lessoned, when he had no power but was a petty servant to the state, he was your enemy, ever spake against your liberties and the charters that you bear in the body of the wheel, and now arriving at place of potency and sway of the state, if he should still malignantly remain fast foe to the plebeians, your voices might be curses to yourselves. You should have said that as his worthy deeds did claim no less than what he stood for, so his gracious nature would think upon you for your voices and translate his malice towards you into love, standing your friendly lord.
Thus to have said, as you were foreadvised, has touched his spirit and tried his inclination. From him plucked either his gracious promise, which you might as cause had called you up, have held him to, or else it would have galled his surly nature, which easily endures not article, tying him to aught. So putting him to rage, you should have obtained the advantage of his color and passed him unelected.
Did you perceive he did solicit you in free contempt when he did need your loves? And do you think that his contempt shall not be bruising to you when he hath power to crush? Why had your bodies no heart among you, or had your tongues to cry against the rectorship of judgment?
Have you ere now denied the asker, and now again of him that did not ask but mock, bestowed your sued for tongues? He's not confirmed. We may deny him yet.
And we'll deny him. I'll have 500 voices of that sound.
Twice 500, and their friends to peace. Get you hence instantly, and tell those friends they have chose a council that will from them take their liberties. Make them of no more voice than dogs that are often beat for barking, and therefore keep to do so.
Let them assemble, and on a safer judgment all revoke your ignorant election, and force his pride and his old hate unto you. Besides, forget not with what contempt he wore the humble weed, and how in his suit he scorned you. But your loves, thinking upon his services, took from you the apprehension of his present portents, which most jibingly, gravely he did fashion upon the inveterate hate he bears you.
Lay a fault on us, you tribunes, that we labored no impediment between, but that you must cast your election on him.
Say you chose him more after our commandment than as guided by your own true affections, and that your minds, preoccupied with what you rather must do than what you should, made you against the grain to voice him counsel. Lay the fault on us.
I spare us not. Say we read lectures to you, how youngly he began to serve his country, how long continued, and what stock he springs of, the noble house of the Martians, from whence came the Ancus Martius, Numaid's daughter's son, who after great Hostilius here was king, of the same house Publius and Quintus were, that our best water brought by conduits hither, and noble man named, so twice being censor was his great ancestor.
One thus descended that hath beside well in his person wrought, to be set high in place, we did commend to your remembrances. But you have found, scaling his present bearing with his past, that he's your fixed enemy, and revoke your sudden approbation.
Say you near had, don't harp on that still, but by our putting on, and presently, when you have drawn your number, repair to the capital.
We will so.
Almost
all repent in their election.
And the plebeians exit.
Let them go on. This mutiny were better put in hazard than stay passed out for greater, if, as his nature is, he fall in rage with their refusal, both observe and answer the vantage of his anger.
doth capital come, we will be there before the stream of the people, and this shall seem as partly 'tis their own, which we have goaded onward.
And they exit. Act 3. Sound of trumpets. Enter Coriolanus, Menenius, all the gentry, Cominius, Titus, Lasius, and other senators.
Tullus Aufidius then hath made new head.
He had, my lord, and that is why it was which caused our swift composition.
So then the vultures stand but at first, ready when time shall prompt them to make road upon us again.
They are warned, Lord Consul, so that we shall hardly in our ages see their banners wave again.
Saw you, Aufidius?
On safeguard he came to me, and did curse against the Volsces, for they had so wildly yielded the town. He is retired to Antium.
Spoke he of me?
He did, my lord.
How? What?
How often he had met you sword to sword, that of all things upon the earth he hated your person most, that he would pawn his fortunes to hopeless restitution, so he might be called your vanquisher.
At Antium lives he.
At Antium.
I wish I had a cause to seek him there, to oppose his hatred fully. Welcome home. Behold, these are the tribunes of the people, the tongues of the common mouth. I do despise them, for they do prank them in authority against all noble sufferance.
Pass no further.
Huh? What is that?
It would be dangerous to go on no further.
What makes this change?
The matter?
Hath he not
Hath he
passed?
not cast the noble in the common?
Cominius, no.
Have I had children's voices?
Tribunes give way, he shouts in the marketplace.
The people are incensed against him.
Stop, or all will fall in broil.
Are these your herd? Must they have voices that can yield them now and straight disclaim their tongues? What are your offices? You being their mouths, why rule you not their teeth? Have you not set them on?
Be calm, be calm.
It is a purposed thing and grows by plot to curb the will of the nobility. Suffer it, and live with such as cannot rule, nor ever will be ruled.
Call not it a plot. The people cry you mock them, and of late, when corn was given them gratis, you repined, scandaled the suppliants, for the people called them time pleasers, flatterers, foes to nobleness.
Why, this was known before.
Not to them all.
Have you informed them sithence?
How? I inform them?
You are like to do such business.
Not unlike, each way to better yours.
Why then should I be consul? By on clouds, let me deserve so ill as you, and make me your fellow tribune.
You show too much of that for which the people stir. If you will pass to where you are bound, you must inquire your way, which you are out of, with a gentler spirit, or never be so noble as a consul, nor yoke with them for tribune.
But let's be calm.
The people are abused. Set on, this paltering becomes not Rome, nor has Coriolanus deserved the so dishonored rub, laid falsely the plain way of his merit.
Tell me of corn. This was my speech, and I will speak it again.
Not now, not now.
Not in the street, sir. Now.
Now as I live, I will. My nobler friends, I crave their pardons. For the mutable, rank-scented miney, let them regard me as I do not flatter, and therein behold themselves. I say again, in soothing them, we nourished against our senate the cockle of rebellion, insolence, sedition, which we ourselves have plowed for, sowed, and scattered, by mingling them with us, the honored number, who lack not virtue, no, nor power, but that which they have given to beg us.
Yeah, well, no more. No more words, we beseech you.
How? No more? As for my country, I have shed my blood, not fearing outward force. So shall my lungs coin words till their decay against those measles which we disdain should tetter us, yet sought the very way to catch them.
Oh, you speak of the people as if you were a god to punish, not a man of their infirmity.
'Twere well we let the people know it.
What? What? His collar.
Collar! Were I as patient as the midnight sleep, by Jove, 'twould be my mind.
It is a mind that shall remain a poison where it is not poison any further.
Shall remain. Hear you this Triton of the minnows. Mark you his absolute shall.
'Twas from the canon.
Shall? Oh, God! But most unwise patricians, why, you grave but reckless senators, have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer, that with his peremptory shall, being but the horn and noise of the monsters, wants not spirit to say he'll turn your current in a ditch and make your channel his? If he have power, then veil your ignorance. If none, awake your dangerous lenity. If you are learned, be not as common fools. If you are not, oh, let them have cushions by you. You are plebeians if they be senators, and they are no less when both your voices blended, the greatest taste, most palates theirs. They choose their magistrate, and such a one as he, who puts his shall, his popular shall, against a graver bench than ever frowned in Greece. By Jove himself it makes the consuls base. And my soul asks to know, when two authorities are up, neither supreme, how soon confusion may enter twixt the gap of both, and take the one by the other.
Well, on to the marketplace.
Whoever gave that counsel to give forth the corn at the storehouse gratis, as 'twas used sometime in Greece?
Well, yeah, but no more of that.
Though there the people had more absolute power, I say they nourished disobedience, fed the ruin of the state.
Why shall the people give one that speaks thus their voice?
Oh, I'll give my reasons, more worthier than their voices. They know the corn was not our recompense. Resting well assured, they ne'er did service for it. Being pressed to the war, even when the navel of the state was touched, they would not thread the gates. This kind of service did not deserve corn gratis. Being in the war, their mutinies and revolts, wherein they showed most valor, spoke not for them. The accusation which they have often made against the Senate, all cause unborn, could never be the native of our so frank donation. Well, what then? How shall this bosom multiplied digest the Senate's courtesies? Let deeds express what's like to be their words. We did request it. We are the greater poll, and in true fear they gave us our demands. Thus we debase the nature of our seats, and make the rabble call our cares fears, which will in time break ope the locks of the Senate and bring in the crows to peck the eagles.
Enough.
Oh, enough with over measure.
No, take more. What may be sworn by, both divine and humane, seal what I end withal. This double worship, wherein part does disdain with cause, the other insult without all reason, where gentry, title, wisdom cannot conclude but by the yea and no of general ignorance, it must omit real necessities, and give way the while to unstable slightness. Purpose so barred, it follows nothing is done to purpose. Therefore beseech you, you that will be less fearful than discreet, that love the fundamental part of state more than you doubt the change on it, that prefer a noble life before a long, and wish to jump a body with a dangerous physic, that's sure of death without it, at once pluck out the multitudinous tongue. Let them not lick the sweet which is their poison. Your dishonor mangles true judgment, and bereaved the state of that integrity which should become it, not having the power to do the good it would, for the ill which doth control it.
Has said enough.
Has spoken like a traitor, and shall answer as traitors do.
Thou wretch, despite o'erwhelm thee. What should the people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending their obedience fails to the greater bench? In a rebellion, when what's not meet but what must be was law, then were they chosen. In a better hour, let what is meet be said it must be meet, and throw their power in the dust.
Manifest treason.
This is a council. No!
Enter an aedial.
The Dials Ho. Let him be apprehended.
Go call the people, in whose name myself attach thee as a traitorous innovator, a foe to the pub-like weal. Obey, I charge thee, and follow to thine answer.
Hence, old goat!
We'll surety him.
Surety him.
Aged sir, hands off.
Hence, rotten thing, or I shall shake thy bones out of thy garments.
Help, ye citizens!
Enter a rabble of plebeians and the aediles. On both sides, more respect.
Here's he that would take from you all your power.
Seize him, Edels.
Down with him.
Down with him.
Weapons, weapons, weapons!
All bustle.
Tribunes, patricians, citizens, what ho! That's serious.
Hold peace. What is about to be? I am out of breath. Confusion is near. I cannot speak. You, tribunes, to the people, Coriolanus, patience. Speak, good Cecilius.
Hear me. People, peace.
Let's
That's
hear
right, you're our
tribune.
tribune. Peace, 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 speak, speak.
You are at point to lose your liberties. Marcius would have all from you. Marcius, whom late you have named for consul.
Fie, fie, fie. This is the way to kindle, not to quench.
To unbuild the city and to lay all flat.
What is the city but the people?
True,
True, the
city
people are the city.
By the consent of all, we were established the people's magistrates.
You so remain.
And so I like to do.
That is the way to lay the city flat, to bring the roof to the foundation and bury all, which yet distinctly ranges in heaps and piles of ruin.
This serves death.
Or let it stand to our authority, or let us lose it. We do here pronounce upon the part of the people in whose power we are elected theirs, Marcius is worthy of present death.
Therefore lay hold of him, bear him to the rock Tarpeian, and from thence into destruction cast him.
Adiel seize him.
Yield, Marcius,
Yield.
Hear me, one word. Beseech you, tribunes, hear me but a word.
Peace, peace.
Be that you seem truly your country's friend, and temperately proceed to what you would thus violently redress.
Sir, these cold ways that seem like prudent helps are very poisonous. Where the disease is violent, lay hands upon him and bear him to the rock.
No,
Coriolanus draws his sword.
I'll die here. There's some among you have beheld me fighting. Come, try upon yourselves what you have seen me.
Down with that sword. Tribunes, withdraw a while.
Lay hands upon him.
Help, Marcius, help. You that be noble, help him, young and old.
Down with him. Down with him.
In the exit. In the mutiny, the tribunes and aediles and the people are beaten. Go, get you to our house. Be gone, away. All will be naught else.
Get you gone.
stand fast. We have as many friends as enemies.
Shall it be put to that?
Gods forbid, I prithee, noble friend. Home to thy house, leave us to cure this cause.
Yeah, for 'tis a sore upon us. You cannot tent yourself. Be gone, beseech you.
Come, sir, along with us.
I would they were barbarians as they are, though in Rome littered, not Romans, as they are not, though carved in the porch of the Capitol. Be gone, put not your worthy rage into your tongue. One time will owe another.
On fair ground I could beat 40 of them.
I could myself take up a brace of the best of them, yea, the 2 tribunes.
But now 'tis odds beyond arithmetic, and manhood is called foolery when it stands against a falling fabric. Will you hence before the tag return, whose rage doth rend like interrupted waters, and o'erbear what they are used to bear?
Pray you be gone. I'll try whether my old wit may be in request with those that have but little. This must be patched with cloth of any colour.
Nay, come away.
Coriolanus and Cominius exit.
This man hath marred his fortune.
His nature is too noble for the world. He would not flatter Neptune for his trident, or Jove for his power to thunder. His heart's his mouth. What's his breast forges that his tongue must vent, and being angry doth forget that ever he had the name of death. There's a noise within. Oh, he has goodly work.
I would they were. Who's doing the patriarch?
Do it.
Okay. I would they were abed.
I would they were in Tiber. What the vengeance, could he not speak him fair? Enter Brutus and Sicinius with the rabble again.
Where is this viper that would depopulate the city and be every man himself?
Oh, you worthy tribunes!
You shall be thrown down the Tarpeian rock with rigorous hands. He hath resisted law, and therefore law shall scorn him further trial than the severity of the pub-like power, which he so sets at naught.
He shall well know the noble tribunes are the people's mouths, and we their hands.
He
Shall sure on it.
Sir, sir!
Peace!
Do not cry havoc where you should, but hunt with modest warrant.
Sir, how comes that you have hoped to make this rescue?
Hear me speak. As I do know the consul's worthiness, so can I name his faults.
Consul? What consul?
The consul Coriolanus.
He, counsel.
No,
no,
no, no, no, no.
If by the tribune's leave, and yours, good people, I may be heard, I would crave a word or two, the which shall turn you to no further harm than so much loss of time.
Speak briefly then, for we are peremptory to dispatch this viperous traitor. To eject him hence were but one danger, and to keep him here our certain death. Therefore it is decreed he dies tonight.
Now the good gods forbid that our renowned known Rome, whose gratitude towards her deserved children is enrolled in Jove's own book like an unnatural dam, should now eat up her own?
He's a disease that must be cut away.
Or he's a limb that has but a disease mortal, to cut it off, to cure it, easy. What has he done to Rome that's worthy death? Killing our enemies? The blood he hath lost, which I dare vouch is more than he hath by many a he dropped it for his country. And what is left to lose it by his country? Were to us all that do it and suffer it, to brand to the end of the world.
This is clean come.
Oh, merrily away. When he did love his country, it honored him.
Menenius.
Yeah, page 92.
The service of the foot being once gangered is not then respected for what it before it was.
We'll hear no more. Pursue him to his house and pluck him thence, lest his infection, being of catching nature, spread further.
One word more, one word. This tiger-footed rage, when it shall find the harm of unscanned swiftfulness, will, too late, tie leaden pounds to heels. Proceed by process, lest parties, as he is beloved, break out and sack great Rome with Romans.
If it were so,
What do ye talk? Have we not had a taste of his obedience? Our edals smocked, ourselves resisted. Come.
Consider this. He hath been bred i' the wars since I could draw a sword, and is ill-schooled in bolted language. Meal and bran together he throws without distinction. Give me leave. I'll go to him and undertake to bring him in peace, where he shall answer by a lawful form in peace to his utmost peril.
noble tribunes, it is the human way. The other course will prove too bloody, and the end of it unknown to the beginning.
Noble Menenius, be you then as the people's officer. Masters, lay down your weapons.
Go not home.
Meet on the marketplace. We'll attend you there. Or if you bring not Marcius, we'll proceed in our first way.
I'll bring him to you. Let me desire your company. He must come, or what is worst will follow.
Pray you, let's to him.
And they all exit. Act
Can we
3.
take a little break? What do you think? You want
Yeah.
to take a break.
It's 5 minutes to the hour. Let's meet at the hour.
Okay, let's take a break. I have to stand up here.
We'll meet at whatever it is. It's 8 o'clock for me in London, but it's the hour for you. It's somewhere around.
3 o'clock.
Good. 3 o'clock. We'll meet back at 3 for Act 3, Scene 2. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying listening to it. It's really going well. And it's like, oh my goodness, people making an election that they regret. Wow.
Power to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so since when we take a break, we're still like recording and live streaming, I'll just talk a little bit about some of the things that we've got coming up with Instant Shakespeare, because just to give a little background, this is our 26th season of reading all of Shakespeare's plays every year. And and so we get to the ones like that people don't know so well. Sorry, I muted myself. People don't know so well. And next week we're doing Two Noble Kinsmen, which is one that is sort of when I was growing up, it was like there were 37 plays by Shakespeare. There were the 36 in the first folio and Pericles. And then while I was growing up, then it was basically Two Noble Kinsmen was sort of added, although it is clearly a collaboration between John Fletcher and William Shakespeare, because when the Quarto was published, they actually listed John Fletcher's name first. And it's believed Fletcher also collaborated on Henry VIII or All Is True. And but so there's still a lot of fun stuff in that, and we're doing that next week. And I've got a few readers for it, but we could use some more. And also the idea behind Instant Shakespeare is that Shakespeare is for everyone. So if you want to participate in these, and now that we have our Zoom readings, anybody who's got Zoom any place on the planet could participate. Just send an email to instantshakespeare@gmail.com and we'll be happy to use you. We also have some readings. We also do readings. The very first season, we did the 36 plays in the first folio in 12 days, 3 plays a day at the old Applause bookstore on 71st Street. And Angus was there at the beginning. Angus was actually the very first actor I called to cast for the very first season of Instant Shakespeare. And then since then we did them live. The second season we were mostly various places because the Applause bookstore had closed, and then by the third season we'd really become pretty much we did most of our readings at various branches of the New York Public Library, and we are still doing that. We had just last week, actually, we did Hamlet at the 53rd Street Library, and we have in September, the 6th, we have a Zoom reading. We're doing Richard II, but then the 13th, we're doing we're doing a play by Keats, Otto the Great, by John Keats, which is a verse play which Frank Farrell of the First Flight Theater wanted to do a reading of, so he'll be play mastering that reading. Then on September 20th at the 53rd Street Library, we'll be doing a reading of Othello, and then I don't have it in front of me, but I believe on the 27th we're doing the first part of Henry IV. And I can't recall whether that is actually, I think that is at a library as well. I think it may be at the Yorkville Library. Currently, the libraries that we do things at are the Columbus Library at 742 10th Avenue and 51st Street, the 53rd Street Library at 18 West 53rd, the Yorkville Library on East 79th Street. I believe it's 228 East 79th or 220. Anyways, East 79th Street. And we also in the past have done, let's see, what else do we have scheduled? And also, of course, yes, the Bloomingdale Library at 150 West 100th Street. We have, we've done some readings there, and we will have more readings there this year. And there are other branches. We've done them at many different branches, and some of them we hope to get back to soon. So
yes, great. I was interested to note that, after the Kennedy assassination, there was the idea that everybody was reviving Richard III.
Oh,
and I'm listening to this play and I'm thinking, ooh, this may be more appropriate to the current situation that you guys are suffering at the moment in the States, where the the local peasantry is rising up and demanding extraordinary things happen. My family, my daughter and all her kids went back to New York just this past couple of weeks. I didn't dare go because I've clicked on one too many links in Facebook. And the idea, and I've only got a green card, so the idea of being stopped at the borders and interrogated and having my cell phone taken away and checked, I realized that going back to the States at the moment is really not a good idea.
Yeah, well, and it is really disgraceful what they're doing. I mean, and I mean, because for me, I think one of the important things is the idea of freedom of speech, and he doesn't. Our current president doesn't believe in freedom of speech for people who disagree with him. Only freedom of speech for people who agree with him wholeheartedly. And I mean, even going after like former allies, like John Bolton was just raided by the FBI. It's
unbelievable. I mean, while we were living in the States, all of us, my wife and I together, we lived in Beacon, and we lived on a street called West Willow Street in Beacon, just off the Hudson. I mean, it's
a very posh suburb. I know Beacon, New York.
Yeah, well, it was up there. And I was told that a week or two ago, ice suddenly descended on the street 1 block over and started hauling people away. You know, I mean,
it's 1939, guys.
Really, we gotta move this thing along, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I got things to do.
Yeah, okay. Let's get back to the reading.
Time to get back. Is everybody back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to Act 3, Scene 2, page 94. Act 3, Scene 2, enter Coriolanus with the nobles. Who's doing the nobles? Oh, that's you, Jackie, right?
It's me. I don't know. He didn't put me noble, but I will read it.
Sure, that'll be it.
Okay.
Let them pool all about mine ears, present me death on the wheel, or at wild horses' heels, or pile 10 hills on the Tarpeian rock, that the precipitation might downstretch below the beam of sight. Yet will I still be thus to them.
You do the nobler.
I muse, my mother does not approve me further. Who is wont to call them wooden vassals, things created to buy and sell with groats, to show bare heads in congregations, to yawn, be still, and wonder, when one but of my ordinance stood up to speak of peace or war. I talk of you? Why did you wish me milder? Would you have me false to my nature? Rather say I play the man I am?
Oh, sir, I would have had you put your power well on before you had worn it out.
Let go.
You might have been enough. The man you are was striving less to be so. Lesser had been the tryings of your dispositions if you had not showed them how ye were disposed ere they lacked power to cross you.
Let them hang.
Iron burn too.
Menelaus with the senators.
Enter Menenius with the senators.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Come. You have been too rough, something too rough. You must return and amend it. Senator Jackie?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no remedy unless by not so doing our good city cleave in the midst and perish.
Pray be counseled. I have a heart as little apt as yours, yet a brain that may make use of my anger to better vantage.
Well said, noble woman, before he should thus stoop to the heart, but that the violent fit of the time craves it as physic for the whole state, I would put mine armor on, which I can scarcely bear.
What must I do?
Return to the tribunes.
Well, what then? What then?
Oh, repent what you have spoke.
For them, I cannot do it to the gods, then do it to them.
You are too absolute. Through therein you can never be too noble. But when extremities speak, I have heard you say honor and policy, like unsevered friends in the war, do grow together. Grant that, and tell me in peace what each of them by the other lose, that they combine not there.
Tush, tush.
A good demand.
If it be honor in your wars to seem the same you are not, which for your best ends you adopt, your policy, how is it less or worse that it shall hold companionship in peace with honor, as in war, since that to both it stands in like request?
Why force you this?
Because that now it lies on you to speak to the people, not by your own instruction, not by the matter which your heart prompts you, but with such words that are but roted in your tongue, though but bastards and syllables of no allowances to your bosom's truth. Now, this no more dishonors you at all than to take in a town with gentle words, which else would put you to your fortune, and the hazard of much blood. I would dissemble with my nature, where my fortunes and my friends at stake required I shall do so, in honor. I am in this, your wife, your son, the senators, the nobles, and you will rather show our general louse how you can frown than spend a frown upon them for the inheritance of their loves and safeguard of what that want might ruin.
Noble lady, come go with us. Speak fair. You may salve so, not what is dangerous present, but the loss of what is past.
I pray thee now, my son, go to them with this bonnet in thy hand, and thus far having stretched it, here be with them, thy knee bussing the stones. For in such business, action is eloquence, and the eyes of the ignorant more learned than the ears. Waving thy head, which often thus correcting thy stout heart, now humble as the ripest mulberry, that will not hold the handlings, or say to them, thou art their soldier, and being bred in broils, hast not the soft way, which thou dost confess were fit for thee to use as they to claim in asking their good loves. But thou wilt frame thyself, forsooth, hereafter theirs, so far as thou hast power and person.
But this but done, even as she speaks, why their hearts were yours. For they have pardons being asked as free as words to little purpose.
Prithee now go and be ruled, although I know thou hadst rather follow thine enemy in a fiery gulf than flatter him in a bower.
Enter Cominius.
Here is Cominius.
I'm here.
Yep.
Cominius. I have been in the marketplace, and certes is fit you make strong party or defend yourself by calmness or by absence, always in anger.
Only fair speech.
I think will serve, if he can thereto frame his spirit.
He must and will. Prithee now, say you will and go about it.
Must I go show them my unbarbed sconce? Must I with my base tongue give to my noble heart a lie that it must bear well? I will do it. It were there but this single plot to lose, this mould of Marcius. They to dust should grind it and throw it against the wind. To the marketplace, you have put me now to such a part, which never I shall discharge to the life.
Come, we'll prompt you.
I prithee now, sweet son, as thou hast said my praises made thee first a soldier, so to have my praise for this, perform a part thou hast not done before.
Well, I must do it. Away my disposition, and possess me some harlot spirit. My throat of war be turned, which quered with my drum into a pipe, small as a eunuch, or the virgin voice that babies lull asleep. The smiles of knaves tent in my cheeks, and schoolboys' tears take up the glasses of my sight. A beggar's tongue make motion through my lips, and my armed knees, who bowed but in my stirrup, bend like his that hath received an alms. I will not do it, lest I shall cease to honor mine own truth, and by my body's action teach my mind a most inherent baseness.
At thy choice, then. To beg of thee, it is more, my more dishonor than thou of them. Come all to ruin. Let thy mother rather feel thy pride than fear thy dangerous stoutness, for I mark at death with as big heart as thou. Do as thou list. Thy valiantness was mine. Thou suck'st it from me, but oh thy pride, thyself.
Pray be content. Mother, I am going to the marketplace. Chide me no more. I'll mountebank their loves, cog their hearts from them, and come home beloved of all the trades in Rome. Look, I am going. Commend me to my wife. I'll return consul, or never trust to what my tongue can do in the way of flattery further.
To your will.
And Volumnia.
Away.
Yes.
The tribunes do attend you. Arm yourself to answer mildly, for they are prepared with accusations, as I hear, more strong than are upon you yet.
The word is mildly. Pray you, let us go. Let them accuse me by invention. I will answer in my honor.
Aye, but mildly.
Well, mildly be it then, mildly.
And they exit. Act 3, Scene 3, enter Sicinius and Brutus.
In this point, charge him home, that he affects tyrannical power. If he evade us there, enforce him with his envy to the people, and that the spoil got on the Antiats was never distributed. What? Will he come?
Enter an Aedial.
He's coming.
How accompanied?
With old Menenius and those senators that always favored him.
Have you a catalogue of all the voices that we have procured, set down by the poll?
I have. 'Tis ready.
Have you collected them by tribes?
I have.
Assemble presently the people hither, and when they hear me say it shall be so, in the right and strength of the commons, be it either for death, for fine, for banishment, then let them, if I say fine, cry fine. If death, cry death, insisting on the old prerogative and power in the truth of the cause.
I shall inform them.
And when such time they have begun to cry, let them not cease, but with a dying confused enforce the present execution of what we chance to sentence.
Very well.
Make them be strong and ready for this hint when we shall have to give it them.
Go about it. Put him in collar striped. He has denied us ever to conquer, and to have his worth of contradiction. Being once chaffed, he cannot be reined again to temperance. Then he speaks what's in his heart, and that is there which looks with us to break his neck.
Enter Coriolanus, Menenius, and Cominius with others.
Well, here he comes.
Calmly, I do beseech you.
I, as an ostler, that for the poorest piece will bear the knave by the volume. The honored gods keep Rome in safety, and the chairs of justice supplied with worthy men. Plant love among us. Throng our large temples with the shows of peace, and not our straits with war.
Amen. Amen.
A noble wish. Enter the aedial with the plebeians.
Draw near, ye people.
List to your tribunes. Audience, peace, I say.
First hear me speak.
Well, say peace, oh.
Shall I be charged no further than this present? Must all determine here?
I do demand that if you submit you to the people's voice, allow their officers, and are content to suffer lawful censure for such faults as shall be proved upon you.
I am content.
To citizens, he says he is content. The warlike service he has done consider. Think upon the wounds his body bears, which show like graves of the holy churchyard.
Scratches with briars, scars to move laughter only.
Consider further that when he speaks not like a citizen, you find him like a soldier. Do not take his rougher actions for malicious sounds, but as I say, such as become a soldier rather than envy you.
Well, no more.
What is the matter that being passed for consul with full voice, I am so dishonored that the very hour you take it off again?
Answer to us.
Say then, 'tis true, I ought so.
Charge you that you have contrived to take from Rome all seasoned office, and to wind yourself into a power tyrannical for which you are a traitor to the people.
How? Traitor!
Nay, temperately, your promise.
Fires and the lowest hell fold in the people. Call me their traitor, thou injurious tribune. Within thine eyes sat 20,000 deaths, in thy hands clutched as many millions, in thy lying tongue both numbers. I would say thou liest unto thee, with a voice as free as I do pray the gods.
Mark you this people.
To the rock, to the rock with him.
Peace. We need not put new matter to this charge. What you have seen him do and heard him speak, beating your officers, cursing yourselves, opposing laws with strokes, and here defying those whose great power must try him. Even this so criminal and in such capital kind deserves the extremest death.
But since he hath served well for Rome,
What do you prate of service?
I talk of that know it.
You?
Is this the promise that you made your mother?
No, I pray you.
I'll know no further. Let them pronounce the steep Tarpeian death, vagabond exile, flaying, pent to linger but with a grain a day. I would not buy their mercy at the price of one fair word, nor check my courage for what they can give to have it with saying good morrow.
For that he has, as much as in him lies, from time to time envied against the people, seeking means to pluck away their power, as now at last given hostile strokes, and that not in the presence of dreaded justice, but on the ministers that doth distribute it. In the name of the people and in the power of us the tribunes, we even from this instant banish him, our city, in peril of precipitation from off the rock Tarpeian, never more to enter our Rome gates. In the people's name, I say it shall be so.
It shall be so.
Shall be so.
Shall
It
be
shall be
so.
so.
Put him
Let
away.
him away.
So,
Banished, and it shall be so.
Hear me, my masters and my common friends.
He's sentenced. No more hearing.
Let me speak. I have been consul and can show from Rome her enemies' marks upon me. I do love my country's good with a respect more tender, more holy and profound than mine own life. My dear wives estimate her wombs increase and treasure of my loins. Then, if I would speak that,
We know your drift. Speak what?
There's no more to be said, but he is banished as enemy of the people and his country It shall be so.
It shall be so.
It shall be so.
You crummin cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek the rotten fens, whose love I prize as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air. I banish you, and here remain with your uncertainty. Let every feeble rumor shake your hearts. Your enemies, with nodding of their plumes, fan you into despair. Have the power still to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance, which finds not till it feels, making but reservation of yourselves, still your own foes, deliver you at most abated captives to some nation that won you without blows. Despising for you the city, thus I turn my back. There is a world elsewhere.
Exit Coriolanus, Cominius with Cumalis. They all shout and throw their caps.
The people's enemy is gone. Is gone.
Our enemy is banished. He
He's
is
gone.
gone.
Gone. Oh.
Woo.
Go see him out at gates, and follow him as he hath followed you. With all despite, give him deserved vexation. Let a guard attend us through the city.
Come.
Come. Let's see him out of gates. Come.
Gods preserve our
Our
noble.
noble tribunes. Come.
And they exit. Act 4. Enter Coriolanus, Volumnia, Virgilia, Menenius, Cominius, with the young nobility of Rome.
Come, leave your tears. A brief farewell. The beast with many heads butts me away. Nay, mother, where is your ancient courage? You were used to say extremity was the trier of spirits, that common chances common men could bear, that when the sea was calm, all boats alike showed mastership in floating. Fortune's blows, when most struck home, being gentle wounded, craves a noble cunning. You were used to load me with precepts that would make invincible the heart that conned them.
Oh, heavens. Oh, heavens.
Nay, I prithee, woman.
Now the red pestilence strikes all trades in Rome, and occupations perish.
What? I shall be loved when I am lacked. Nay, mother, resume that spirit when you were wont to say, if you had been the wife of Hercules, 6 of his labors you'd have done, and saved your husband so much sweat. Cominius, droop not, adieu. Farewell, my wife, my mother, I'll do well yet. Thou old and true Menenius, thy tears are salter than a young man's and venomous to thine eyes. My sometime general, I have seen thee stern, and thou hast oft beheld hard, hardening spectacles. Tell these sad woman, 'tis fond to wail inevitable strokes as 'tis to laugh at them. My mother, you wot well my hazards still have been your solace, and believe it not lightly, though I go alone like to a lonely dragon, that his fen makes feared and talked of more than seen. Your son will or exceed the common, or be caught with cautelous baits and practice.
My first son, whither wilt thou go? Take good Cominius with thee a while. Determine on some course more than a while exposture to each chance that starts in the way before thee.
Oh, the gods!
I'll follow thee a month. Devise with thee where thou shalt rest, that thou mayst hear of us, and we of thee. So if the time thrust forth the cause for thy repeal, we shall not send o'er the vast world to seek a single man and lose advantage, which doth ever cool the absence of the needer.
Fare ye well. Thou hast years upon thee, and thou art too full of the war's surfeits to go rove with one that's yet unbruised. Bring me but out at gate. Come, my sweet wife, my dearest mother, and my friends of noble touch. When I am forth, bid me farewell and smile. I pray you come. While I remain above the ground, you shall hear from me still, and never of me aught but what is like me formerly.
That's worthily, as any ear can hear. Come, let's not weep. if I could shake off but 7 years from these old arms and legs, by the good gods, I'd with thee every foot.
Give me thy hand. Come.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 2. Enter the 2 tribunes, Sicinius and Brutus, with the aedile.
Bid them all home. He's gone and will no further. The nobility are vexed, whom we see have sided in his behalf.
Now we have shown our power. Let us seem humbler after it is done than when it was a doing.
Bid them home. Say their great enemy is gone, and they stand in their ancient strength.
Dismiss them home. Here comes his mother.
Enter Volumnia, Virgilia, and Menenius.
Let's not meet her.
Why?
They say she's mad.
They have taken note of us. Keep on your way.
Oh, y'all are well met. The hoarded plague of the gods requite your love.
Peace, peace, not so loud.
If that I could, for weeping you should hear, nay, and you shall hear some. Will you be gone?
You shall stay too. I would I had the power to say so to my husband.
Are you mankind?
Aye, fool. Is that a shame? Note but this, fool. Was not a man my father? Hadst thou foxship to banish him, that struck more blows for Rome than thou hast spoken words?
Oh, blessed heavens.
More noble blows than ever, thou wise words. And for Rome's good, I'll tell thee what, yet go. Nay, but thou shalt stay too. I would my son were in Arabia, and I tried before him his good sword in his hand.
What then?
What then? He'll make an end of thy posterity.
Bastards and all, good man, the wounds that he does bear for Rome.
Come, come, peace.
I would he had continued to his country as he began, and not unknit himself, the noble knot he made.
I would he had.
I would he had. 'Twas you incensed the rabble, cats that can judge as fitly of his worth as can I of those mysteries which heaven will not have earth to know.
Pray, let's go.
Now, pray, sir, get you gone. You have done a brave deed ere you go. Yes. As far as doth the Capitol exceed the meanest house in Rome, so far, my son, this lady's husband here, this, do you see, whom you have banished, does exceed you all.
Well, we'll leave you.
Why stay we to be baited with one that wants her wits?
Take my prayers with you. I would the gods had nothing else to do than to confirm my curses. Could I meet him but once a day, it would unclog my heart of what lies heavy on't.
You have told them home, and by my troth you have cause. You'll sup with me.
Anger's my meat. I sup upon myself, and so shall starve with feeding. Come, let's go, leave this faint puling, and lament as I do, in anger, Juno-like. Come, come, come.
And she exits. Fie, fie, fie. And he exits. Act 4, Scene 3. Enter a Roman and a Volsci.
I know you well, sir, and you know me. Your name, I think, is Adrian.
Yeah.
It is so, sir, truly, I have forgot you.
I am a Roman, and my services are, as you are, against
I
us.
know you, sir.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it is
you-
so truly,
No,
sir.
you mean not?
Sir,
Hey, cool it.
I think it is so truly, sir. I forgot you.
Okay.
I
go
am
back
a
to the
Roman,
top.
and my services are as
Stop.
you are.
Stop. Go back to the top. Enter a Roman and a Volsci. The Roman is you, Alina, and Michael is the Volki.
I'm
who-
sorry, I missed my
Adrian.
seat. Go ahead.
That's no problem. Let's go back to the top of 4-3. Enter a Roman and a Volki.
I know you well, sir, and you know me. Your name, I think, is Adrian.
It is so truly, truly, I forgot you.
I am a Roman, and my services are, as you are, against them. Know you me yet?
Nicanor, no?
The same, sir.
Yeah, you had more beard when I last saw you, but your favor is well appeared by your tongue. What's the news in Rome? I have a note from the Volscian state to find you out there. You have well saved me a day's journey.
There have been in Rome strange insurrections. The people against the senators, patricians, and nobles.
Hath been. Is it ended then? Our state thinks not so. They are in a most warlike preparation and hope to come upon them in the heat of their division.
The main blaze of it is past, but a small thing would make it flame again. For the nobles receive so to heart the banishment of that worthy Coriolanus, that they are in a ripe aptness to take all power from the people, and to pluck from them their tribunes forever. This lies glowing, I can tell you, and is almost mature for the violent breaking out.
Coriolanus banished?
Banished, sir.
You will be well welcome with this intelligence, Nicanor.
The day serves well for them now. I have heard it said the fittest time to corrupt a man's wife is when she's fallen out with her husband. Your noble Tullus Aufidius will appear well in these wars, his great opposer Coriolanus being now in no request of his country.
Cannot choose. I am most fortunate thus accidentally to encounter you. You have ended my business, and I will merrily accompany you.
I shall, between this and supper, tell you most strange things from Rome, all tending to the good of their adversaries. Have you an army ready, say you?
A most royal one. The centurions and their charges distinctly billeted in the entertainment, and to be on foot at an hour's nothing.
I am joyful to hear of their readiness, and I am the man, I think, that shall set them in present action. So, sir, heartily well met, and most glad of your company.
Oh, you take my part from me, sir. I am the most glad to be of yours.
Well, let us go together.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 4. Enter Coriolanus in mean apparel, disguised and muffled.
A goodly city is this Antium. City, 'tis I that made thy widows. Many an heir of these fair edifices for my wars have I heard groan and drop. Then know me not, as that thy wives with spits and boys with stones in puny battle slay me. Save you, sir.
Enter a citizen.
And you?
Direct me, if it be your will, where great Aufidius lies. Is he in Antium?
He is, and feasts the nobles of the state is at his house this night.
Which is this house, beseech you?
It is here before you.
Thank you, sir. Farewell.
Exit the citizen.
O world, thy slippery turns. Friends now fast sworn, whose double bosom seems to wear one heart, whose hours, whose bed, whose meal and exercise are still together, who twin as 'twere in love, inseparable, shall within this hour, on a dissension of a doit, break out to bitterest enmity. So fellest foes, whose passions and whose plots have broke their sleep to take the one the other, by some chance, some trick not worth an egg, shall grow dear friends and interjoin their issues. So with me. My birthplace hate I, and my love's upon this enemy town. I'll enter. If he slay me, he does fair justice. If he give me way, I'll do his country service.
And Coriolanus exits. Act 4, Scene 5. Music plays. Enter a serving man.
One. Wine! What service is here? I think our fellows are asleep.
Enter another serving man.
Where's Codus? My master calls for him. Codus!
And exits. Enter Coriolanus.
A goodly house. The feast smells well, but I appear not like a guest.
What
The
would you
first
have,
serving
friend?
man returns.
What would you have, friend? Whence are you? There's no place for you. Pray, go to the door.
And he exits.
I have deserved no better entertainment in being Coriolanus.
The second servant enters.
Whence are you, sir? Has the porter his eyes in his head that he gives entrance to such companions? Pray, get you out.
Away!
Away? Get you away.
Now thou art troublesome.
Are you so brave? I'll have you talked with anon.
A third serving man enters and talks to the first.
What fellow is this?
A strange one as ever I looked on. I cannot get him out of the house. Prithee, call my master to him.
What have you to do here, fellow? Pray you avoid the house.
Let me but stand. I will not hurt your hearth.
What are you?
A gentleman.
A marvelous poor one.
True, so I am.
Pray you, poor gentleman, take up some other station. Here's no place for you. Pray you avoid. Come.
Follow your function, go and button on cold bits.
And
What?
pushes
You
him
will
away
not?
from.
Prithee, tell my master what a strange guest he has here.
I shall.
The second
Where
serving
dwells
man
thou?
returns.
Under the canopy.
Under the canopy.
Aye,
Where's that?
in the city of kites and crows.
The city of kites and crows. What an ass it is. Then thou dwellest with dolls too?
No, I serve not thy master.
Well, sir, do you meddle with my master?
Aye, 'tis an honester service than to meddle with thy mistress. Thou pratest and pratest. Serve at thy trencher, hence!
He beats him away. Enter Ophidius with serving man 2.
Where is this fellow?
Here, sir. I'd have beaten him like a dog but for disturbing the lords within.
Whence comest thou? Why wouldst thee? Thy name? Why speakest not? Speak, man! What's thy name?
If, Tullus, not yet thou knowest me, and seeing me does not think me for the man I am, necessity commands me name myself.
What is thy name?
A name unmusical to the Vulcan's ears, and harsh in sound to thine.
I say, what's thy name? Thou hast a grim appearance, and thy face bears a command in it. Though thy tackle's torn, thou showest a noble vessel. What's thy name?
Prepare thy brow to frown. Knowest thou me yet?
I know thee not. Thy name?
My name is Caius Marcius, who hath done to thee particularly, and to all the Vulcus great hurt and mischief. Thereto witness may my surname, Coriolanus. The painful service, the extreme dangers, and the drops of blood shed for my thankless country are requited but with that surname. A good memory and witness of the malice and displeasure which thou shouldst bear me. Only that name remains. The cruelty and envy of the people, permitted by our dastard nobles, who have all forsook me, have devoured the rest, and suffered me by the voice of slaves to be whooped out of Rome. Now this extremity hath brought me to thy hearth, not out of hope, mistake me not, to save my life. For if I had feared death, of all the men in the world I would have avoided thee. But in mere spite, to be full quit of those my banishers, stand I before thee here. Then if thou hast a heart of wreak thee, that wilt revenge thine own particular wrongs, and stop those maims of shame seen through my country, speed thee straight, and make my misery serve thy turn. So use it, that my revengeful services may prove as benefits to thee, for I will fight against my cankered country with the spleen of all the under-fiends. If so be thou darest not this, and that to prove more fortunes thou art tired, then in a word, I also am longer to live most weary, and present my throat to thee, and to thy ancient malice, which not to cut would show thee but a fool, since I have ever followed thee with hate, drawn tons of blood out of thy country's breast, and cannot live but to thy shame, unless it be to do thee service.
Marsus, Marsus, each word thou hast spoke hath weeded from my heart a root of ancient envy. If Jupiter should from yon cloud speak divine things and say 'tis true, I did not believe them more than thee, O noble Marcius. Let me twine my arms about thy body, where against my grain ash 100 times hath broke and scarred the more with splinters. Here I cleave the anvil of my sword, and do contest as hotly as nobly with thy love as ever in ambitious strength I did contend against thy valor. Know thou first, I love the maid I married. Never man sighed truer breath, but that I seen thee here. Thou noble thing, more dense is in my rapt heart than when I first wedded my mistress saw bestride my threshold. Why, thou Mars, I tell thee, we have a power on foot, and I had purpose once more to stow thy target from thy bruin, or lose mine on foot. Thou hast beat me out several times, 12 times, and I have nightly since dreamt of encounters twixt thyself and me. We have been down together in my sleep, unbuckling helms, fisting each other's throat, and walked half dead with nothing. Worthy Marthas, had we no quarrel else to Rome, but that thou art then Spanish, we would muster all from 12 to 70, and pouring war into the bowels of ungrateful Rome like a bold flood overbeat. Oh. Come on in, and take our friendly senators by the hands, who now are here taking their leaves of me, who am prepared against your territories, though not for Rome itself.
You bless me, gods.
Therefore, most absolute sir, if thou wilt have the leading of thy own revenges, take the half of my commission, and set down as best thou art experienced, since thou knowest thy country's strength and weaknesses, thine own ways, wars, whether to be knocked against the gates of Rome, or rudely visited them in parts remote, to fright them or destroy. Come on in. Let me command thee first to those that shall say yea to thy desires. 1,000 welcomes, and more friend than e'er an enemy. Yet, Marcius, that was much. Your hand, most welcome.
And they exit. Enter 2 serving men.
Here's a strange alteration.
By my hand, I'd have thought I was stricken him with a cudgel. And yet my mind gave me his clothes made a false report of him.
What an arm he has. He turned me about with his finger and his thumb as one would set up a top.
Nay, I knew by his face that there was something in him. He had, sir, a kind of face, methought. I cannot tell how to term it.
He had so, looking as it were, would I were hanged, but I thought there was more in him than I could think.
So did I, I'll be sworn. He is simply the rarest man in the world.
Oh, I think he is, but a greater soldier than he. You want one?
Who, my master?
Nay, it's no matter for that.
Worth 6 on him.
Nay, not so neither, but I take him to be the greater soldier.
Faith, look you, one cannot tell how to say that. For the defense of a town, our general is excellent.
Aye, and for an assault too.
Enter a 3rd serving man. Oh, slaves, I can tell you news, you rascals.
What?
What? Let's partake.
I would not
I
be.
would not be a Roman of all nations. I had as live be a condemned man.
Wherefore?
Why, he's here that was wont to thwack our general, Caius Marcius.
What do you say, thwack our general?
I do not say thwack our general, but he was always good enough for him.
Come, we are fellow.
Come, we are fellows and friends. He was ever too hard for him. I have heard him say so himself.
He was too hard for him directly, to say the truth on it before Coriolanus. He scorched him and notched him like a carbonado.
And he had been cannibally given. He might have boiled and eaten him too.
But more of thy news.
Why he is so made on here within, as if he were son and heir to Mars, set at upper end of the table. No question asked him by any of the senators, but they stand bald before him. A general himself makes a mistress of him, sanctifies himself with his hand, and turns up the white of the eyes to his discourse. But the bottom of the news is, our general is cut in the middle, and by one half of what he was yesterday. For the other has half by the entreaty and grant of the whole table. He'll go, he says, and sole the porter of Rome gates by the ears. He will mow all down before him and leave his passage pulled.
And he is as like to do it as any man I can imagine.
Do it, he will do it. For look you, sir, he has as many friends as enemies, which friends, sir, as it were, durst not, look you, sir, show themselves, as we term it, his friends, whilst he's in directitude.
Directitude, what's that?
But when they shall see, sir, his crest up again, and the man in blood, they will out of their burrows like coons after rain, and revel all with him.
But one goes as forward.
Tomorrow, today, presently, you shall have this drum struck up this afternoon. 'Tis as it were a parcel of their feast, to be executed ere they wipe their lips.
Why, then we shall have a stirring world again. This peace is nothing but to rust iron, increase tailors, and breed ballad makers.
Let me have war, say I. It exceeds peace as far as days do nights. It's sprightly walking, audible, and full of dent. Peace is a very apoplexy, lethargy, mold, death, sleep, insensible, a greater of more bastard children than wars, a destroyer of men.
'Tis so. And as wars in some sort may be said to be a ravisher, so it cannot be denied, but peace is a great maker of cuckolds.
Aye, and it makes men hate one another.
Reason, because they then less need one another. The war's for my money. I hope to see Romans as cheap as Volscians. They are rising. They are rising.
In.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 6. Enter the two tribunes, Sicinius and Brutus.
We hear not of him, neither need we fear him. His remedies are tame. The present peace and quietness of the people, which before were in wild hurry. Here do we make his friends blush that the world goes well. Who rather had, though they themselves did suffer by it, behold dissentious numbers pestering streets. Then see our tradesmen singing in their shops and going about their functions friendly.
Enter Menenius.
We stood to it in good time. Is this Menelaus?
Yes. Oh, he has grown most kind of late. Hail, sir.
Hail to you both.
Your Coriolanus is not much missed, but with his friends, the Commonwealth doth stand, and so would do, were he more angry at it.
All's well, and might have been much better if he could have temporized.
Where is he? Hear you?
Nay, I hear nothing. His mother and his wife hear nothing from him. Enter 3 or 4 citizens.
The gods
preserve you both.
Good now, neighbors.
Good unto you all, good unto you all. Ourselves, our wives and children on our knees are bound to pray for you both.
Live and thrive.
Farewell, kind neighbors. We wish Coriolanus had loved you as we did.
Now the gods keep you.
Farewell, farewell.
This is a happier and more
Exit.
This is a happier and more comely time than when these fellows ran about the streets crying confusion.
Oh, Caius Marcius was a worthy officer in the war, but insolent. Overcome with pride, ambitious, past all thinking, self-love.
And affecting one sole throne without assistance.
I think not so.
We should by this, to all our lamentation, if he had gone forth consul, found it so.
The gods have well prevented it, and Rome sits safe and still without him.
Enter an aedile.
Worthy tribunes, there is a slave whom we have put in prison, reports the Volsces with two several powers are entered into Roman territories, and with the deepest malice of the war destroy what lies before them.
Oh, 'tis Aufidius, who hearing of our martyr's banishment, thrust forth his homes again unto the world, which were enshelled when Marcius stood for Rome, and durst not once peep out.
Come, what talk you of Marcius?
Oh, go see this rumorer wept. It cannot be. The Volsces dare break with us.
Cannot be? We have record that very well it can, and 3 examples of the like hath been within my age. But reason with the fellow before you punish him, where he heard this, lest you shall chance to whip your information and beat the messenger who bids beware of what is to be dreaded.
Tell not me, I know this cannot be.
Not possible.
Enter a messenger.
The nobles in great earnestness are going all to the Senate house. Some news is coming that turns their countenances.
'Tis his slave. Go whip him for the people's eyes. 'Tis raising nothing but this report.
Yes, worthy sir, the slave's report is seconded, and more fearful is delivered.
What more fearful?
It is spoke freely out of many mouths, how probable I do not know, that Marcius joined with Aufidius, leads a power against Rome, and vows revenge as spacious as between the youngest and oldest thing.
This is most likely.
Raised only that the weaker sort may wish good Marcius home again.
The very trick on it.
This is unlikely. He and Aufidius can no more atone than violence contrariety. Enter a messenger.
You are sent forward to the Senate. A fearful army led by Caius Marcius, associated with Aufidius, rages upon our territories, and have already o'erborne their way, consumed with fire, and took what lay before them.
Enter Cominius.
Oh, you have made good work.
What news? What news?
You have hoped to ravish your own daughters and to melt the city lids upon your pates, to see your wives dishonor to your noses.
What's the news? What's the news?
Your temples burned in their cement, and your franchises whereon you stood confined into an augur's bore.
Pray you now your news. You have made fair work, I fear me. Pray your news, if Marcius should be joined with Vulcans.
If he is their god, he leads them like a thing made by some other deity than nature that shapes man better, and they follow him against us brats with no less confidence than boys pursuing summer butterflies or butchers killing flies.
You have made good work, you and your apron men, you that stood so much upon the voice of occupation and the breath of garlic eaters.
He'll shake your Rome about your ears.
As Hercules did shake down mellow fruit, you have made fair work.
Oh, but is this true, sir?
Aye, and you look pale before you find it other. All the regions do smilingly revolt, and who resists are mocked for valiant ignorance and perish constant fools. Who can blame him? Your enemies and his find something in him.
We are all undone, unless the noble man have mercy.
Who shall ask it? The tribunes cannot do it for shame. The people deserve such pity of him as the wolf does of the shepherds. For his best friends, if they should say, "Be good to Rome," they charged him, even as those should do that had deserved his hate, and therein showed like enemies.
'Tis true, if he were putting to my house the brand that should consume it, I have not the face to say, "Beseech you, cease." You have made fair hands, you and your crafts. You have crafted fair.
You have brought a trembling upon Rome such as was never seen capable of help.
Tribune,
Say not we brought it.
how was we? We loved him, but like beasts and cowardly nobles gave way unto your clusters, who did hoot him out of the city.
But I fear they'll roar him in again. Tell us, Sulphidius, the second name of Menobaeus points as if he were his officer. Desperation is all the policy, strength, and defense that Rome can make against them.
Enter a troop of citizens. Here come the clusters, and is Phidias with him? You are they that made the air unwholesome when you cast your stinking greasy caps in honoring it, Coriolanus exile. Now he is coming, and not a hair upon a soldier's head which will not prove a whip. As many coxcombs as you threw caps upon will he tumble down and pay you for your voices. 'Tis no matter. If he could burn us all into one coal, we have deserved it.
Faith, we hear fearful news.
For mine own part, when I said banish him, I said 'twas pity.
And so did I.
And so did I. And to say the truth, so did very many of us. That we did for the best. And though we willingly consented to his banishment, yet it was against our will.
Ya goodly things, you voices.
You have made good work, you and your cry. Shall's to the capital?
Oh, aye, what else?
And the excellent
Go, masters, get you home. Be not dismayed. These are a side that would be glad to have this true, which they so seem to fear. Go home. Show no sign of fear.
The gods have been good to us. Come, masters, let's home. I ever said we were in the wrong when we banished him.
So do we all. But come, let's home.
and the citizens exit.
I do not like the news.
Nor I.
Let's to the capital. Would half my wealth would bay this for a lie.
Pray, let's go.
And the tribunes exit. Act 1, Scene 7. Enter Phidias and his lieutenants.
Do they still fly to the Roman?
I do not know what witchcraft's in him, but your soldiers use him as the grace for meat. Their talk at table and their thanks at end, and you are darkened in this action, sir, even by your own.
I cannot help it now, unless by using means I lame the foot of our design. He bears himself more proudly, or even to my person, than I thought he would when I first did embrace him. Yet his nature in that's no changeling, and I must excuse what cannot be amended.
Yet I wish, sir, I mean for your particular, you had not joined in commission with him, but rather have borne the action of yourself, or else to him had left it solely.
I understand thee well, and be thou sure, when he shall come to his account, he knows not what I can urge against him. Although it seems, and so he thinks, and is no less apparent to the vulgar eye, that he bears all things fairly, shows good husbandry for the Volscian state, fights dragon-like, and does achieve as soon as draw his sword, yet he hath left undone that which shall break his neck, or hazard mine, whene'er we come to our account.
Sir, I beseech you, think you he'll carry Rome?
All places yield to him ere he sits down, and the nobility of Rome are his. The senators and patricians love him too. The tribunes are no soldiers, and their people will be as rash in their repeal as hasty to expel him hence. Then I think he'll be to Rome as is the asprey to the fish who takes it by sovereignty of nature. First he was a noble servant to them, but he could not carry his honors even. Whether it was pride, which out of daily fortune never taints the happy man, whether defect of judgment to fail in the disposing of these chances which he was lord of, or whether nature not to be other than one thing, not moving from the cask to cushion, the commanding peace even with the same austerity and garb as he controlled the war. But one of these, and he hath spices of them all, not all, for I dare not so far free him, made him feared, so hated, and so banished, but he has a merit to choke it in their utterance. So our virtue lie in the interpretation of the time, power unto itself most commendable, hath not a tomb so evident as a chair to extols what is done. One fire dries out one fire, one nail, rights by rights, Fowler, strengths by strengths do fail. Come, let's away. When Caius Rome is thine, thou art poorest of all, then shortly art thou mine.
Did I lose something here? What page are we on? I'm sorry, I just went on.
Act 5, Scene 1.
What page?
141.
141. Okay, I think I just disappeared here. Am I on now? I must be on. I'm sorry.
Menenius.
Menenius.
Okay. Oh, it's Menenius. Okay.
No, I'll not go. You hear what he has said, which was sometime his general, who loved him in a most dear particular. He called me father, but what of that? Go, you that banished him a mile before his tent, fall down and kneel the way into his mercy. Nay, if he coyed to hear Cominius speak, I'll keep at home.
He would not seem to know me.
Do you hear?
Yet one time he did call me by my name. I urged our old acquaintance and the drops that we have bled together. Coriolanus he would not answer to, forbade all names. He was a kind of nothing, titleless, till he had forged himself a name of the fire of burning Rome.
Why so? You have made good work, a pair of tribunes that have racked for Rome to make coles cheap, a noble memory.
I minded him how royal 'twas to pardon when it was less expected. He replied it was a bare petition of a state to one whom they had punished.
Very well. Could he say less?
I offered to awaken his regard for his private friends. His answer to me was he could not stay to pick them in a pile of noisome, musty chaff. He said 'twas folly for one poor grain or two to leave unburnt and still to nose the fence.
For one poor grain or two? I am one of those. His mother, his wife, his child, and this brave fellow too. We are the grains, you are the musty chaff, and you are smelt above the moon. We must be burnt for you.
Nay, pray be patient. If you refuse your aid in this so ever needed help, yet do not upbraids with our distress. But sure, if you would be your country's pleader, your good tongue more than the instant army we can make might stop our countrymen.
No, I'll not meddle.
Pray you, go to him.
What should I do?
Only make trial what your love can do. For Rome,
Well,
toward Marcius.
well, and say that Marcius return me as Cominius is returned unheard. What then? But as a discontented friend, grief shot with his unkindness, said be so.
Yet your good will must have that thanks from Rome, after the measure as you intended well.
Undertake, I think he'll hear me, yet to bite his lip and hum at good Cominius much unhearts me. He was not taken well, he had not dinned, the veins unfilled, our blood is cold, and then we pout upon the morning, are unapt to give or to forgive. But when he hath stuffed these pipes and these conveyances of our blood with wine and feeding, we have suppler souls than in our priest-like fasts. Therefore I'll watch him, I'll be dieted to my request, and then I'll set upon him.
You know the very road into his kindness, and cannot lose your way.
Good faith, I'll prove him, speed how it will. I shall ere long have knowledge of my success. And he exits.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. He'll never hear him.
Not.
I tell you, he does sit in gold, his eye red as 'twould burn Rome, and his injury the jailer to his pity. I kneeled before him, 'twas very faintly he said, Rise. Dismissed me thus with his speechless hand. What he would do he sent in writing after me, what he would not, bound with an oath to yield to his conditions, so that all hope is vain, unless his noble mother and his wife, who, as I hear, mean to solicit him for mercy to his country. Therefore let's hence, and with our fair entreaties haste them on.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 2. Enter Menenius to the watch or the guard.
Stay. Whence are you?
Stand and go back.
Do guard like men, 'tis well. 'Tis by your leave. I am an officer of state and come to speak with Coriolanus.
From whence?
From Rome.
You may not pass. You must return. Our general will no more hear from thence.
You'll see your Rome embraced with fire before you'll speak with Coriolanus.
Good my friends, if you have heard your general talk of Rome and of his friends there, it is lots to blanks. My name hath touched your ears. It is Menenius.
Be it so. Go back. The virtue of your name is not here passable.
Tell you, fellow, thy general is my lover. I have been the book of his good acts, whence men have read his fame unparalleled, happily amplified, for I have never verified my friends, of whom he's chief, with all the sighs that verify. Wouldst thou lapsing suffer? Nay, sometimes I have tumbled like to a bowl upon a subtle ground. I have tumbled past the throw, and in his praise I have almost stamped the leasing. Therefore, fellow, I must have leave to pass.
Faith, sir, if you had told as many lies in his behalf as you have uttered words in your own, you should not pass here, no, though it were as virtuous to lie as to live chastely. Therefore go back.
Prithee, fellow, remember my name is Menenius, always fractionary on the party of your general.
Howsoever, you have been his liar, as you say you have. I am one that telling true under him, but say you cannot pass. Therefore, go back.
Has he dinned, canst thou tell? For I would not speak with him till after dinner.
You are a Roman, are you?
I am as thy general is.
Then you should hate Rome as we do. Can you, when you have pushed out your gates, the very defender of them, and in a violent popular ignorance, given your enemy your shield, think to front his revenge with the easy groans of old women, the virginal psalms of your daughters, or with the palsied intercession of such a decayed dotant as you seem to be? Can you think to blow out the intended fire your city is ready to flame in with such weak breath as this? No, you are deceived. Therefore, back to Rome and prepare for your execution. You are condemned. Our general has sworn you out of reprieve and pardon.
Sir, if thy captain knew I were here, he would use me with estimation.
Oh, come, my captain knows you not.
I mean thy general.
My general cares not for you. Back, as I say, go, lest I let forth your half pint of blood. Back, that's the utmost of your having. Back.
Nay, but fellow, enter Coriolanus with Aufidius.
What's the matter?
Now your companion, I'll say an errand for you. You shall know now that I am in estimation. You shall perceive that a Jack Gardant cannot office me from my son Coriolanus. Guess but my entertainment with him. If thou standst not in this state of hanging, or some death more long in spectatorship and crueler in suffering, he hold now presently and swoon for what's to come upon thee. The glorious gods sit in hourly synod about thy particular prosperity, and love thee no worse when thy old father Menenius does. Oh, my son, thou art preparing fire for us. Look thee, here's water to quench it. I was hardly moved to come to thee, but being assured none but myself could move thee, I have been blowing out of your gates with sighs and conjure thee to pardon Rome and thy petitionary countrymen. The good gods assuage thy wrath and turn the dregs of it upon the varlet here. This who like a block hath denied my access to thee.
Away.
How away?
Wife, mother, child, I know not. My affairs are servanted to others. Though I owe my revenge properly, my remission lies in Vulcaean breasts. That we have been familiar, in great forgetfulness shall poison rather than pity note how much. Therefore begone. Mine ears against your suit are stronger than your gates against my force. Yet, for I love thee, take this along. I rid it for thy sake, and would have sent it. Another word, Menenius, I will not hear thee speak. This man, Aufidius, was my beloved in Rome, yet thou beholdst.
Aufidius, you keep a constant temper. And the exit, leaving the guard and Menenius.
I'm sorry, my audio was off. You keep a constant temper.
No,
Leaving-
sir. Is your name Menenius?
'Tis a spell you see of much power. You know the way home again.
You hear how we are sent for keeping your greatness back?
What cause do you think I have to swoon?
I neither care for the world nor your general for such things as you. I can scarce think there's any so slight. He that hath a will to die by himself fears it not from another. Let your general do his worst for you, be that you are long and your misery increase with your age. I say to you, as I was said to, away, and he exits.
A noble fellow, I warned him.
A worthy fellow is our general. He's the rock, the oak not to be wind shaken.
And the watch exit, Acts 5, Scene 3. enter Coriolanus and Aufidius.
We will before the walls of Rome tomorrow set down our host. My partner in this action, you must report to the Vulcan lords how plainly I have borne this business.
Only their ends you have respected, stopped your ears against the general suit of Rome, never admitted a private whisper, no, not with such friends, have thought them sure of you.
This last old man, whom with a cracked heart I have sent to Rome, loved me above the measure of a father, nay, guarded me indeed. Their latest refuge was to send him, for whose old love I have, though I showed sourly to him, once more offered the first conditions which they did refuse, and cannot now accept. To grace him only, that thought he could do more, a very little I have yielded to. Fresh embassies and suits, nor from the state, nor private friends hereafter will I lend ear to. Huh? What shout is this? Shall I be tempted to infringe my vow in the same time 'tis made? I will not.
Enter Virgilia, Volumnia, Valeria, young Marcius, and attendants.
My wife comes foremost. Then the honored mold wherein this trunk was framed, and in her hand the grandchild to her blood. But out affection! All bond and privilege of nature break. Let it be virtuous to be obstinate. What is that curtsy worth, or those doves' eyes which can make gods forsworn? I melt, and am not of stronger earth than others. My mother bows, as if Olympus to a molehill should in supplication nod. My young boy hath an aspect of intercession, which great nature cries, deny not. Let the Vulcans plow Rome and harrow Italy. I'll never be such a gosling to obey instinct, but stand as if a man were author of himself and knew no other kin.
My lord and husband.
These eyes are not the same I wore in Rome.
The sorrow that delivers us thus changed makes you think so.
Like a dull actor now. I forgot my part, and I am out even to a full disgrace. Best of my flesh, forgive my tyranny, but do not say for that forgive our Romans. Oh, a kiss, long as my exile, sweet as my revenge. Now by the jealous Queen of Heaven, that kiss I carried from thee, dear, and my true lip hath virgined it ever since. You gods, I pray, and the most noble mother of the world leave unsaluted. Sink my knee in the earth of thy deep duty, more impression show than that of common sons.
Oh, stand up blessed. Whilst with no softer cushion than the flint I kneel before thee, and unproperly show duty as mistaken, all this while between the child and parent.
What's this? Your knees to me, to your corrected son? Then let the pebbles from the beach fill up the stars. Then let the mutinous winds strike the proud cedars against the fiery sun, murdering impossibility to make what cannot be slight work.
Thou art my warrior. I ought to frame thee. Do you know this lady?
The noble sister of Publicola, the moon of Rome, chaste as the icicle that's curdied by the frost from purest snow and hangs on Dian's temple, dear Valeria.
This is a poor epitome of yours, which by the interpretation of full time may show like all yourself.
The god of soldiers, with the consent of supreme Jove, inform thy thoughts with nobleness, that thou mayest prove to shame unvulnerable, and stick in the wars like a great sea mark, standing every flaw and saving those that eye thee.
Your niece, Ira.
That's my brave boy.
Even he, your wife, this lady and myself are suitors to you.
I beseech you, peace. Or if you'd ask, remember this before. The thing I have forsworn to grant may never be held by your denials. Do not bid me dismiss my soldiers, or capitulate again with Rome's mechanics. Tell me not wherein I seem unnatural. Desire not to allay my rages and revenges with your colder reasons.
Oh, no more, no more. You have said that you will not grant us anything, for we have nothing else to ask but that, which you deny already. Yet, we will ask that if you fail in your request, the blame may hang upon your hardness. Therefore, hear us.
Aufidius, and you Vulcus Mark, for we'll hear naught from Rome in private. Your request?
Should we be silent and not speak? Our raiment and state of bodies would bewray what life we have led since thy exile. Think with thyself. How more unfortunate than all living women are we come hither, since at thy sight, which should make our eyes flow with joy, hearts dance with comforts, constrains them weep, and shake with fear and sorrow, making the mother, wife, and child to see the son, the husband, and the father tearing his country's bowels out, and to pour we thy enmity's most capital. Thou barest us our prayers to the gods, which is a comfort that all but we enjoy. For how can we, alas, how can we for our country pray, whereto we are bound, together with thy victory, whereto we are bound? Alack, or we must lose the country, our dear nurse, or else thy person, our comfort in the country. We must find an evident calamity, though we had our wish, which side should win. For either thou must, as a foreign recreant, be led with manacles through our streets, or else triumphantly tread on thy country's ruin, and bear the palm for having bravely shed thy wife and children's blood. For myself, son, I purpose not to wait on fortune till these wars determine. If I cannot persuade thee rather to show a noble grace to both parts, then seek the end of one. Thou shalt no sooner march to assault thy country than to tread trust to it thou shalt not on thy mother's womb that brought thee to this world.
I and mine that brought you forth this boy to keep your name living to time.
It shall not tread on me. I'll run away till I am bigger, but then I'll fight.
Not of a woman's tenderness to be requires nor child nor woman's face to see. I have sat too long.
Nay, go not from us thus. If it were so that our request did tend to save the Romans, therefore to destroy the Volsces whom you serve, you might condemn us as poisonous of your honor. No, our suit is that you reconcile them, while the Volsces may say, this mercy we have showed the Romans, this we received, and each in either side give the all hail to thee and cry, be blessed for making up this peace. Thou knowest, great son, the end of war's uncertain, but this certain. If thou conquer Rome, the benefit which thou shalt thereby reap is such a name whose repetition will be dogged with curses, whose chronicle thus wit, the man was noble, but with his last attempt he wiped it out, destroyed his country, and his name remains to the ensuing age abhorred. Speak to me, son. Thou hast affected the fine strains of honor to imitate the graces of the gods, to tear with thunder the wide cheeks of the air, and yet to charge thy sulphur with a bolt that should rive an oak? Or dost not speak? Thinkest thou honorable for a nobleman still to remember wrongs? Daughter, speak you. He cares not for your weeping. Speak, thou boy. Perhaps thy childishness will move him more than can our reasons. There's no man in the world more bound to his mother, yet here he lets me prate like one in the stocks. Thou hast never in thy life showed thy dear mother any courtesy, when she, poor hen, fond of no second brood, has clucked thee to the wars, and safely home, loaden with honor, say my requests unjust, and spurn me back. But if it be not so, thou art not honest, and the gods will plague thee that thou restrain from me the duty to a mother's part belongs. He turns away. Down, ladies, let us shame him with our knees. To his surname Coriolanus longs more pride than pity to our prayers. Down, an end. This is the last. So, we will home to Rome, and die among our neighbors. Nay, beholds this boy that cannot tell what he would have, but kneels and holds up his hand for fellowship, does reason our petition with more strength than thou hast to deny it. Come, let us go. This fellow had avulsion to his mother. His wife is in Coriolanus, and his child like him by chance. Yet give us our dispatch. I'm hushed until our city be afire, and then I'll speak a little.
He holds her hand, silent.
Mother, mother, what have you done? Behold, the heavens do ope, the gods look down, and this unnatural scene they laugh at. Oh, my mother, mother, oh, you have won a happy victory to Rome. But for your son, believe it, oh, believe it. Most dangerously you have with him prevailed, if not most mortal to him. But let it come. Aufidius, though I cannot make true wars, I'll frame convenient peace. Now, good Aufidius, were you in my stead, would you have heard a mother less? Or granted less, Aufidius?
I was moved withal.
I dare be sworn you were. And, sir, it is no little thing to make mine eyes to sweat compassion. But, good sir, what peace shall make, advise me. For my part, I'll not to Rome. I'll back with you, and pray you stand to me in this cause. Oh, mother, wife.
I am glad thou hast set thy mercy and thy honor a difference in thee. Out of that I'll work myself a former fortune.
Aye, by and by, but we will drink together, and you shall bear a better witness back than words, which we on like conditions will have countersealed. Come, enter with us. Ladies, you deserve to have a temple built you. All the swords in Italy and her confederate arms could not have made this peace.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 4. Enter Menenius and Sicinius. See you coin of the capital, you cornerstone? Sicinius.
Why, what of that?
Sorry.
161, 160 near the bottom.
Why, what of that?
If it be possible for you to displace it with your little finger, there is some hope the ladies of Rome, especially his mother, may prevail with him. But I say there is no hope in it. Our throats are sentenced and stay upon execution.
Is it possible that so short a time can alter the condition of a man?
Well, there is deficiency between a grub and a butterfly, yet your butterfly was a grub. This Marcius is grown from man to dragon. He has wings. There's more than a creeping thing.
He loved his mother dearly.
So did he me. And he has no more remembers this mother now than an 8-year-old horse. The tartness of his face sours ripe grapes. When he walks, he moves like an engine, and the ground shrinks before his treading. He is able to pierce a corset with his eye, talks like a knell, and his hum is a battery. He sits in his state as a thing made for Alexander. What he bids be done is finished with his bidding. He wants nothing of a god but eternity and a heaven to throne in.
Yes, mercy, if you report him truly.
I paint him in the character. Mark what mercy his mother shall bring from him. There is no more mercy in him than there is milk in a mule tiger that shall our poor city find. And all this is long of you.
The gods be good unto us.
No, in such a case, the gods will not be good unto us. When we banished him, we respected not them, and he returning to break our necks, they respect not us. Enter a messenger.
Sir, if you would save your life, fly to your house. The plebeians have got your fellow tribune and hail him up and down, all swearing if the Roman ladies bring not comfort home, they'll give him death by inches.
Enter another messenger.
What's the news?
Good news, good news. The ladies have prevailed. The Volscians are dislodged and Marcius gone. A merrier day did never yet greet Rome. No, not the expulsion of the Tarquins.
Friend, art thou certain this is true? Is it most certain?
As certain as I know the sun is fire. Where have you lurked that you make doubt of it? Near an arch so hurried the blown tide, as a reed comforted through the gates. Why hark you?
Trumpets, hautboys, drums beat all together.
The trumpets, sackbuds, psalteries, and fifes, tabors and cymbals, and the shouting Romans make the sun dance. Hark you!
A shout within. Oh, this is good news. I will go meet the ladies. This Volumnia is worth of consuls, senators, patricians, a city full of tribunes such as you, a sea and land full. You have prayed well today, this morning. For 10,000 of your throats, I'd not have given a doit. Hark, how they joy, sounds still with the shouts.
First, the gods bless you for your tidings. Next, accept my thankfulness.
Sir, we have all great cause to give great thanks.
They are near the city.
Almost a point to enter.
We'll meet them and help the joy.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 5. Enter 2 senators with ladies passing over the stage with other lords.
Behold our patroness, the life of Rome. Call all your tribes together, praise the gods, and make triumphant fires. Strew flowers before them, unshoot the noise that banished Marcius. Repeal him with the welcome of his mother. Cry welcome, ladies, welcome.
Welcome, ladies, welcome.
Welcome.
A flourish with drums and trumpets. Act 5, Scene 6. Enter Tullius Aufidius with attendants.
Go tell the lords of the city I am here. Deliver them this paper. Having read it, bid them repair to the marketplace, where I, even in theirs and in the commons' ears, will vouch the truth of it. Him I accuse. The city ports by this hath entered and intended to appear before the people, hoping to purge himself with words. Dispatch.
Enter 4 or 5 conspirators with Ophidius' faction.
Most welcome.
How is it with our general?
Even so as with a man by his own aims empoisoned and with his charity slain.
Most noble sir, if you do hold the same intent wherein you wished us parties, we'll deliver you of your great danger.
Sir, I cannot tell. We must proceed as we do find the people.
The people will remain uncertain, whilst twixt you there is a difference, but the fall of either makes the survivor hear of all.
I know it, and my pretext to strike at him admits a good construction. I raised him, and I pawned my honor for his truth, who being so heightened, he watered his new plants with dews of flattery, seducing so my friends. And to this end he bowed his nature, never known before, but to be rough and swayable and free.
Sir, his stoutness when he did stand for counsel, which he lost by lack of stooping.
Yeah. And that I would have spoke of, being banished for it. He came unto my hearth, presented to my knife his throat. I took him, made him joint servant with me, gave him way in all his own desires. Nay, let him choose out of my files his projects to accomplish my best and freshest men, served his designments in mine own purpose, in my own person. I'm having a trouble here with the script. Hope to reap the fame which he did end all his, and took some pride to do myself this wrong. Though at the last I seemed his follower, not partner. He waged me with his countenance as if I had been mercenary.
So he did, my lord. The army marveled at it, and in the last, when he had carried Rome, and that we looked for no less spoil than glory.
There was it, for which my sinews shall be stretched upon him at a few drops of women's rheum, which are as cheap as lies. He sold the blood and labor of our great action, therefore shall he die, and I'll renew me in his fall. Hark.
Drums and trumpets sounds with great shouts of the people.
Your native town you entered like a post, and had no welcomes home, but he returns, splitting the air with noise.
Impatient fools! His children he hath slain, their base throats tear with giving him glory.
Therefore, at your vantage, ere he express himself or move the people, with what he would say, let him feel your sword, which we will second, and when he lies along after your way, his tale pronounced shall bury his reasons with his body.
Say no more, here come the lords.
And to the lords of the city, you are most welcome home.
I have not deserved it, but worthy lords, have you with heed perused what I have written to you?
We have. And grieved to hear it, what faults he him made before the last, I think might have found easy fines, but there to end where he was to begin and give away the benefits of our levies, and answering us our own charge, making a treaty where there was a yielding. This admits no excuse.
He approaches, you shall hear him.
Enter Coriolanus marching with drum and colours, the commoners being with him.
Hail, lords, I am returned your soldier, no more infected with my country's love than when I parted hence, but still subsisting under your great command. You are to know that prosperously I have attempted, and with bloody passage led your wars, even to the gates of Rome. Our spoils we have brought home doth more than counterpoise a full third part the charges of the action. We have made peace with no less honor to the Antiotes than shame to the Romans. and we here deliver, subscribed by the consuls and patricians, together with the seal of the Senate, what we have compounded on.
Read it not, noble lords, but tell the traitor in the highest degree he hath abused you power.
Traitor? How now?
Aye, traitor, Marcius.
Marcius?
Aye, Marcius, Caius Marcius. Dost thou think I'll grace thee with that robbery, thy stolen name, Coriolanus in Coriolus? You lords and heads of the state, perfidiously he hath betrayed your business and given up for certain drops of salt your city Rome. I say your city to his wife and mother, breaking his oath and resolution like a twist of rotten silk, never admitting counsel of the war, but at his nurse's tears he whined and roared away your victory, that pages blushed at him, and men of heart looked wondering each at others.
Hearest thou Mars?
Name not the god, thou boy of tears.
Huh?
No more.
Measureless liar. Thou hast made my heart too great for what contains it. Boy? Oh, slave. Pardon me, lords. 'Tis the first time that ever I was forced to scold. Your judgments, my grave lords, must give this cure the lie, and his own notion. Where's my stripes impressed upon him that must bear my beating to his grave, shall join to thrust the lie unto him.
Peace, Lord, both, and hear me speak.
Cut me to pieces, Marcus. Men and lads, stain all your edges on me. Boy! False hound, if you have writ your annals true, 'tis there that like an eagle in a dove-cote I flattered your Vulcans in Coriolanus. Alone I did it. Boy!
Noble lords, will you be put in mind of his blind fortune, which was your shame by this unholy braggart for your own eyes and ears?
Let
Let him die for it.
Tear to pieces. Other people do it. Somebody say it, tear to pieces.
Do it
presently.
He killed my son, my daughter. He killed my co-son, Marcus.
Marcus,
He
he killed my father.
Peace, ho, no outrage, peace. The man is noble, and his fame folds in this orb on the earth. His last offenses to us shall have judicious hearing. Stand, Aufidius, and trouble not the peace.
Oh, that I had him in 6 Aufidiuses or more, his tribe, to use my lawful sword!
Insolent villain!
Kill him!
Hold!
And kills Marcius, who falls. Aufidius stands on him. Hold!
My noble masters, hear me speak.
O Tullius!
Thou hast done a deed whereat valor will weep.
Tread not upon him, master. All be quiet. Put up your swords.
My lords, when you shall know, as in this rage provoked by him you cannot, the great danger which this man's life did owe you, you'll rejoice that he is thus cut off. Please it your honors to call me to your senate. I'll deliver myself your loyal servant to endure your heaviest censure.
Bear from hence his body and mourn you for him. Let him be regarded as the most noble course that ever herald did follow to his urn.
His own impatience takes from Aufidius a great part of blame. Let's make the best of it.
My rage is gone, and I am struck with sorrow. Take him up. Help the chiefest soldiers. I'll be one. Beat thou the drum that it speak mournfully. Trail your steel pikes. Though in this city he hath widowed and enchild many a one, which to this hour bewail the injury, yet he shall have a noble memory. Assist! That's it.
And they exit, bearing the body of Marcius, and the dead march is sounded. End of play.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. God, that's a killer.
Oh, it is.
that one
Oh, my
is.
God. It's so.
Supposedly the Nazis really love this play.
Well,
Yeah, who'd be surprised by that? You know, I think of Volumnia as like the Mama Rose of Coriolanus, right? The pushy stage mother.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Actually-
do it, you're gonna do it?
You're the pushy war mother.
Pushy mother, it's such a great play. I told Paul that it's being done up in Santa Fe right now. I'm too old for Volumnia, but we need to champion this play, especially now, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
old for Volumnia. You're not too old for Volumnia. Why?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm closer to 80 than anything else. So I don't know.
Well, when
You
they did
can't
this,
tell though.
did you
You
guys
look
see?
like you look like
You did
you
a
were
beautiful
his
job,
mother.
Elena. You did a beautiful
Oh,
job.
Yeah, you
She
You
did.
know, I'm gonna, Andrew, it was a treat. And I want to tell you what, 5 years ago, almost to the day, I did this same role for Paul in Instant Shakespeare. And then it came around again 5 years later is remarkable.
Yeah, you were wonderful. You were-
Wow.
Oh, it's such a treasure.
Elena,
You're really good.
Elena, next time, can you check your volume? You were distorting really badly throughout most of it.
You know, when I got that note, I tried to pull back. I don't know what that means about checking volume.
You have static there. I don't know how to fix
Okay,
static.
So
yeah.
you've got what is happening is that the sound that's coming into the system is too loud, and it really doesn't do you justice.
Oh,
It's
I got
a,
it. So what you're saying is I should adjust my microphone.
yeah, it's a setting.
Next time you do one of these,
Yeah.
use the pre-startup,
Yeah.
and we'll have a proper sound check.
Oh, that would be great. Do we have
I have
that
a
same
question. Was
problem
my
when
mic
we did-
okay today? Because I turned my volume
Did we
up.
have the
No,
same
yours was
problem?
good. And Jennifer, the problem
Yeah.
you had last time, all fixed. Your
Mine
volume.
too. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
Michael, your
turned mine
volume
up.
is fixed. Yeah.
Good.
Elena,
can
what are you
still-
doing in Albuquerque? Do you
Interestingly-
live there? Do you live in New Mexico?
Yes, I live in New Mexico. I left New York State in 2008. I voted for Obama in a cow barn on the rodeo fairgrounds in Santa Fe.
My husband was in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, so I've been there
Oh, me too.
all the
Me
time.
too. Me
Were you
too.
in
Me
it?
too. You can Google me. It's still running. All my TV stuff. Yeah, I've done Roswell. Let's see. I did Netflix. American Primeval. I played a French crazy lady.
Yeah, more work in the provinces.
Yeah.
than you do in New York.
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
Interestingly
Well, you know,
enough.
it's slow now, but there is a lot of work in New Mexico. We have major studios, Netflix, Paramount. We got big work here. Better if you're crew, but yeah, we got work here.
Interestingly enough, when my wife graduated from the University of Georgia directing program and she started auditioning, right at the earliest, she did as part of her audition piece, one of the bits she chose was the "Let there be silence and not speak." And she's used that ever since for something like 30, nearly 40 years. And she keeps on getting cast because she hits that great Volumnia speech at the end. Tear her country's bowels out.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
a
my
great
God.
speech. It's a great speech.
It is a great. She's got, and he saved the best for last.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Always go out on a high, I say.
But it is sad that I was talking to Paul earlier and saying that, after the Kennedy assassination, everybody started doing Richard III. But on the current climate.
Oh yeah, the other role that I never got to do except online.
Yeah, everybody.
Maggie, Queen, Mad Queen Maggie, absolutely. Set down my honorable load. If honor may be shrouded in a hearse. Holy cow, rip my heart out.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. I have to run, but it was such a great time. We'll see you all soon again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. Hope to
Bye,
see you
Andrew.
again soon.
Thanks, guys.
God
Good
willing,
job,
God
Everybody,
see
thank
ya.
you so much.
Great,
everybody spread peace and love. We need it. We need
I
it.
love the sword.
Thank you,
Love the
Paul.
sword.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Well done. And as I say, next week is Two Noble Kinsmen, also on Zoom. So thank you all very much.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it,